WIIFTBP.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at The Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at The Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
Check, 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 check.
Oh, please, don't you rock my boat, 'cause I don't want my boat to be right. Oh, please, don't you rock my boat. Oh, no, no, 'cause I don't want my boat to be right. I'm telling you just, I like it like this. Keep this just like this. And you should know by now. I like it. I like it like I like it. I like it like I like it. I like it like I like it like this. Yeah. Satisfied my soul. By my soul. Oh yeah. Satisfied by my soul. Every little action satisfies my soul. There's a reaction satisfies my soul. Can't you see what you've done for me? Oh yeah, I'm happy inside all of the time. When we're bending new corners, I feel like a sweet six winner. When I meet you around the corner, you make me feel like a sweepstakes winner. Watch out. Can't you see? You must believe me. Oh, darling, darling, I'm calling. Can't you see? Why won't you believe me? Oh, darling, darling, I'm calling.
Yes, when you hold me tight, you make me feel alright. Yes, when you hold me tight, you make me feel alright. Can't you see? You must believe me. Oh, darling, darling, I'm calling, calling. Can't you see? Why won't you believe me? Oh, darling, darling, I'm calling, calling. Satisfy my soul. Satisfy my soul. Satisfy my soul. Satisfy my soul. That's all I want you to do. That's all I beg from you. Satisfy my soul.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Todd, hey man, what you got? A new job, so now you want to try and get here early or something? What's going on, man? I don't
know. I don't know how that happened. I was fighting it, but it.
You was trying to. It's like you planned to get here late in the morning. Now you got to start setting that alarm because you know now, Todd, in your new position. Your additional position, not new position, because when you say new position, you know I got a lot of calls yesterday, right?
lot of people want your spot. I was like, you ain't gonna get it, Flash. No, it was a lot of people calling me like, hey man, first of all, let me say, before we even get to Tell Me Something Good Friday, I got so many calls, so many texts, so many emails of people that are sincerely happy for you, right? That were like, man, they were so excited for you. And Todd, I'm excited for you and the mayor of Robbins. And yesterday was a wonderful day. It was. In the land of La. I was trying to figure out how we was going to do it because I wanted to surprise you, right? And so I wanted you not to be like, because I was thinking like, Todd is going to come in here dressed up. And I didn't realize I didn't have Janine's phone number because I was going to call her and say, hey, could you like, you know how, you know how your wife can like start something with you and you feel some kind of way.
No, I don't.
And I was going to say like, Janine, is it possible you could get Todd to wear? Well, good thing you didn't come in here with Saint Ignatius, so I wasn't mad. No, I'm just joking.
Wow.
No, but I was just thinking like yesterday when I was excited to know that he was coming and he was going to make the announcement. And people all over the city, state, and county were just like, wow, that is going to be an awesome thing. So Todd, but I was like,
yeah, I got like 300 and something likes on my Facebook page. Thank you.
What? You got 300 and something likes? What you wait? You got some?
Me.
You got some on your Facebook page? You posted something? It wasn't like a cat video?
No, it was not a cat video. It was one of the pictures we took. Yes.
Oh well, good man. I'm excited, man.
My favorite rock group.
Did you So, man, I am Todd. I'm now that we have a new mayor in Robbins and a new village administrator. I think I'm going to look for some property. I think I might want to be one of y'all first pioneers. I got to talk to the president. But we might have to be like pioneers, man.
I read that sign once about the Fuller home, but I'm not certain who owns it. Maybe you can buy it.
Oh, man. Well, I think the Fuller home is actually the Robbins Museum. I was thinking, though, like how cool it would be to live in like a place like S.B. Fuller's home or something like that. I bet it's probably a lot of work to get it together. But regardless.
That would give you something to do in your life.
Not like I don't have 3 million other things to do. And, I had to get First Lady approval.
Oh, of course.
Right? So we had to talk to the First Lady and be like, Madam First Lady, could you get us a place? We're going to ask her to get us some land. Maybe she can help us out. But Todd, I'm thinking about moving I'm thinking about, well, listen to me. I'm thinking about, first of all, it was in my mind, and then I haven't mentioned it to the president, who is really has the final decision.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of people in the comments.
But I do think like how exciting it would be to be part of the, like, actually creating what you talk about. So like it's all there, and it's kind of like your summer home kind of thing, right? No, but it's like your summer home where you guys.
It's close enough.
Well, no. See, Todd's family bought in a place. They were buying a summer home in a place because they were going to be black pioneers in sort of Wisconsin, right?
Oh, the pioneers had already been there. It was already black.
It was already black, but it was really they were trying to create a community, but it didn't kind of work out.
Yeah, it worked out for a lot of years, and then I think younger people didn't have the same
vision. So I'm just saying, like, imagine if you could. First of all, we just saw Aaron Turner came on last week, and he said, if you buy a new house, they'll forgive up to $40,000 of your student loans.
Right.
So imagine if you built a housing program out in Robbins where you recruited all these people who were either not graduating from college because they got another degree or did something else, or went to college and you told them to come to Robbins, and you got like a homeowner incentive where they get land for on the inexpensive, because then you can get it back on the tax rolls. Plus, you get the IDA to package it up so that they can get the student loans paid for it because it's their first time home buyers, and you can get that every 3 years. And the next thing you know, you got all of these people moving to Robbins because they got the whole package together.
Yes.
And then they can kind of lay out the plan and be part of the urban plan that's being put there. I'm excited, man.
Me too.
I am
excited.
Excited now.
With a capital X.
It's E, man. It's E. Oh, you say X like XU Rocks the House. XU Rocks the House. Did you handle that business though? I'm trying to get a board member, man. See, maybe I'm trying to get.
I'm still waiting for that resume.
Oh. So, Ruthie Moore, how are you this morning?
Good morning.
I am good. Good morning.
Good morning. Anything you need to tell us? Y'all know I was angling for a engagement.
Oh, you are
yesterday.
so funny. Dang, get off that.
Look.
You are like them parents that be arranging the marriages for their kids in the parks, with holding up the signs and stuff.
I just want the best. I just want the best. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I see, like, you know, I could envision them being like a power couple, right? Like Ruthie,
you messing it up.
And who says? But who says arranged marriages don't work?
Dang.
Do y'all know any arranged marriages?
Yes.
Yes.
And they're still married. So let me look. Okay, I'm just telling you. You know, Lil Dave was been paying attention, right? So I think he gave you the thumbs up yesterday. I saw the women in the comments telling me, "Maze, leave it alone." I was just saying, though. I was just thinking, like, as they was sitting there, I was thinking brain power to brain power, power to power. I was just thinking, like, if they came in the room, right, and they be like Wonder Woman and Superman together.
Yeah.
Right?
You can
the
like
junior
each other.
version.
You can learn to love each other.
Right. We can y'all can learn that part. That part is it.
Don't worry
Is this
about
why
it.
the rate's so low?
I'm just saying, man. You know, I just want the best for people, right? And I was just thinking, like, best to best. Right? Sorry, I just want the best for y'all.
Sometimes they need somebody to guide them.
Right, just point them in the right direction. Speaking of that, so I got to do this right now because I know y'all seen it on the paper, right? See how there's gonna be there's gonna be a day, right? Okay, Tennille, I get it. I'm sorry. Look, and Darren probably like, dang, dog. They both like, y'all, look, they both probably like, you know how these millennials be doing. They probably like, could you keep that? Because they Instagram popping up. What you mean? Look, both of them over. So I'm going to stop. But check this out. This whole arranged marriage thing and this whole conversation that we're having, I don't know if you all saw yesterday that Patrick Daley Thompson was indicted.
I saw
in the news. Ordinarily, I would go on a 15-20 minute rant and talk about the green team and all of that good stuff. But now that we're talking about arranged marriages, if it were not for Patrick Daley Thompson, I would not have my beautiful, lovely wife who would not go on a date for me for over 10 years. Now, 5 of those 10 years, she shouldn't have gone anyway. But that's a whole nother story. So, you know how I tell y'all my friends are my friends, and I know everybody gonna be like the daily and all of that good stuff. But I am not going to go into a long drawn out piece. I'm going to tell you that he was indicted on bank fraud charges. He released a statement yesterday that said that
I
didn't do it. It was a tax error, which was fixed before it happened. Now, I will cover the story, but know that I will not cover it with the normal color that I typically do. Call it fair, call it not fair. I'm being 100% honest up front, right? Mm-hmm. Your friends are your friends, so I'm just telling y'all now I covered the story. Bam. Now, also caught up in that same mess, or not, the feds were busy yesterday.
Yeah.
Because they also indicted former Alderman Ricardo Munoz. And I was like, dang, on campaign finance, what'd he do? Well, apparently when he became the chairman of the progressive, the real progressive caucus, there's something progressive socialist, whatever caucus, he created a different caucus.
Uh-huh.
Raised funds under it, used it to pay for tuition, to go to games, to go around the whole entire country. He used it as his personal piggy bank.
Oh.
And even used it to pay college tuition. And then tried to pay it all back, but got caught by the feds. But I think this is another piece of when we are on break, I'm going to tell you about that. Because it just further confirms my suspicions of I'm going to have to bring the Illinois Minotti back. They doing
diagram time.
It's too much going on now, and y'all might need a little explanation. Maybe I'll bring Illinois Minotti back for subscribers. You heard that?
I heard it.
Subscribers.
Let me get your login.
Shoot, I'm gonna do this Illinois Minotti, so I could. we gonna put it on the subscribers, and then when we get some subscribers, I'll tell y'all how that's gonna work. We gonna work that out. Ruthie, hey, yesterday, so first, cause after the John Catanzara interview, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people was like, I don't think Ruthie gonna come back. Can I get her job? You was over there mad, right? You was like, Ruthie, I'm gonna tell you, I was a little nervous for a couple days after that interview because you was. Then when you said don't be nobody disturbing my peace, I understood. But I feel like I had to engage the head of the stormtroopers, and he done, and now he done felt like he done came on the page. He comment every day, right? Mm-hmm. But this my point. Y'all need to whoop him. Like y'all can't be. This is how black people be doing. They be talking smack, and then they be like this. He be like da-da-da-da, and they be like, I'm not gonna say a word.
No, he's a professional troll.
Okay.
And I think that sometimes you do got to match that energy. Because that's all people understand is a little bit of energy matching.
Exactly. That's why he was shocked.
But it takes energy to match that level of energy. And I would rather build with my people than to be...
See, I feel like we got some warriors. We got enough trolls out here who make their life a trollery. So they be trolling all the time. Let them troll. But let me just say... Dang, I forgot what I was going to talk about with that. With the what was we talking about? No. We were talking about because they thought you wasn't coming back, so people sliding in my inbox like, "Hey, she seemed like she ain't coming back. Let me send you my resume." Well, let me tell you what. 25 times that happened yesterday. Mm-hmm. When we announced Todd yesterday, it was like, "Congratulations, is he coming back?"
Dang.
Congratulations. When is he? I heard Ruthie say he going to 3 days a week. What's going to happen to them other two?
And for the record, Todd did not say that.
Oh, because I was planning on firing him before he could quit. I was like, you will not quit on me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he did not say that. I said that.
I'm just telling you what, you started a firestorm. It was hilarious.
But I do think it would be beneficial to have affiliate people though.
I agree. I do agree, and we do actually. I'll be trying to train them up, but this is what happened. Well, anyway, I wholeheartedly agree, and we got to get that roster together. But I'm excited about everything that's happening here. Ruthie Moore is still here. See y'all. Stay out my inbox. Look, Todd is here for now. Y'all can stay in my inbox. Todd is. Todd is. He be sleepy, man. He gonna be like, "Hey, Casey, I'm already."
That's what I tell Boosie. As long as I can stay awake, I'll be here.
And then Escobar, how you feeling?
Hey guys.
Good morning.
I need a replacement too.
No, you had your time off. We locked and loaded, y'all. So let's do this. Let's get the Soul plane up to 60,000 feet, and let's get into some more of these headlines. Did you see that the mayor is opening up the city of Chicago yesterday with much fanfare? Yeah. Literally, her and R.J. Melman, son of Rich Melman of the Let Us Entertain You restaurants, announced that Chicago is back open, and they are going to be starting with the Windy City Smokeout, which is the largest barbecue and country music festival in the city.
Really? Does this happen all the time?
Yeah. See, just think about that. 26 of the top barbecuers in the world, pit masters in the world, and 3 days of country western music.
No wonder.
And that is why they are kicking. But that's how they're opening the city up, and it was just funny.
That's for them Bruce Springsteen people.
Born in the USA. I was way far down in Dixieland.
He probably listens to country, but he's definitely not a country.
Listen away.
It's the same demographic.
Born in the USA.
It's to provide y'all with comfort in times of uncertainty.
It's white boys in T-shirts and pickup trucks. White boys, pickup trucks, and T-shirts with a good old American girl who can't dance.
I do like barbecue, though.
You know what?
I ain't gonna lie.
White people. So we gonna have a barbecue. We should have our own barbecue fest.
We should.
I think we should have our own smokeout, either right here or in the lot at TP, along with our a concert of all the What's in It for the Black People artists that have been on the show. I'm telling you, dun 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 dun. What about my love? I'm telling you, man, Dante Hall come out there, people gonna be going crazy. Plus, we get, we can have, it could be hosted by Book of Dawn. All of y'all could come up and do y'all show. We could do it in Robin.
You and Ruthie will sing backgrounds?
What about my love? All right, y'all. So I couldn't decide if that was the biggest news or was the fact that the Bears drafted Justin Fields the biggest news. I will tell you, according to my timeline,
It's the Bears.
the biggest news was the Bears.
Yeah.
Justin Fields is a Chicago Bear.
Chicago, Justin Fields here. Excited to be a part of the organization, and I'm ready to get to work. Bear down.
Bear down.
Bear down. Okay. Look, Ruthie,
What?
we gonna need you to watch football this year.
What?
Ruthie,
Y'all know I'm still
I know you feel some kind of way.
still
We're gonna
feel
Ruthie,
some type of way.
Ruthie, I need you to be
Is this
prepared.
this a black
Yes.
quarterback?
Yes, and the racial, it's already racial.
Okay.
So we need you. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all, because I said I was excited and nervous at the same time about the Bears drafting Justin Fields, because I am concerned, in tribute to your grandma, that the Grabowskis will Grabowski if he has a bad game, and I can't imagine sitting in the stands on a 3-pick day.
Oh, okay.
Right? So we're gonna need to put the force field up around that young brother that's coming here, because it's one thing to be the defense. It's a whole nother thing to be the face of the franchise. And if he ain't Deshaun Watson, these grandma's favorite statement. I'm just telling you. Hey, y'all, shout out to everybody who tuned in last night as well to another necessary conversation. That was a necessary conversation yesterday, convening right here in the studio. Maze Jackson, Tyrone Muhammad, Bomani Obedelli. Let me ask you a question, Todd. You ever think you would see that?
No.
Yes,
I've read some of you and at least Obedelli's back and forth. I thought you'd be together, but I thought it'd be in a dark room with nobody else in there.
Whoever emerges with.
Right.
It's work to build a nation. It's work to build a nation.
Yes,
It's
true.
work to build unity. It's work to build. And I don't know if we got all into the stuff that we needed to get into or whatever, but I do think that it was important yesterday for people to see that, again, with all the violence and everything that goes in, the people last night being able to at least put their difference to the side for the betterment of each other, for our community, is what has to happen. And I think that that's going to be coming to a meeting near you. We have been talking about, black folks have been truly disunified since Harold Washington. There are fissures that have lasted 20, 30, 40 years.
Yes.
Yesterday we were in the process of breaking down at least 7-year beef that got to a point where, it's a lot of open wounds. But it was good to break it down, and I'm glad that everybody had an opportunity to see it. Shout out to Tyrone Muhammad, who was actually in the building yesterday as well. Man, that brother's over there doing a lot of stuff. Y'all got to go check out that ECCSC.
That's like WIIFTBP.
You know what? See, I'm going to tell y'all. It's one thing to talk to people see people on social media. It's a different thing to talk to them in person. And that is also another thing that needs to happen, because these social media beefs, just like with the kids, can go crazy with the adults. Yep. And so I am glad to see that, and y'all, we're going to keep on pushing. Don't forget, Monday, May Day, we are asking everybody to come down to 60 East Van Buren, the CHA building. We are asking for our Office of North American Descendants of Slavery. If you've seen the plan for New Americans, we ain't against it. We just want ours. Give us the same thing. Give us the same thing. I must tell you, though, that when I see that they have made money and set it aside in that plan for you to get a laptop, to pay for your internet and all those things, and you can only qualify if you're not a citizen, That's crazy to me, and it's just unfathomable considering
that they actually got the actual tangible resources behind.
That they know that they put in writing that if you're a U.S. citizen, you can't apply. You cannot. CPS students, with 1 in 4 black kids going to an underperforming school, you can't get in them. $2,500 a pop. Yeah, we got to go get ours. All right, y'all, let me get some more of these. Did y'all see? Okay. Who watched the hearing, the committee hearing yesterday? Did you watch that? Ruthie!
I missed it.
Oh, you missed it. David Moore cursed out the whole Zoom. I'm not talking about, he said filth, floor, and filth. Real talk. And then came back and was calling Muggs racist. So let me run through this real quick. David Moore snapped off. Sophia King was very diplomatic, but she sure was calling the white people out for their whiteness. She was like, she didn't do the you're a racist, because she didn't do you're a racist. David Moore called Muggs racist. She did it sure is interesting that when we want to do these things, then all of these new rules and things that we've never done before come into place. I'm not saying, it just makes me wonder. And then she remains my best friend in my head, Alderman Jeanette Taylor. Because when I tell you she came through and cleaned the house, she remains my best friend in my head. David Moore snapped, but Alderman Taylor was like, y'all don't come over here, y'all could have been did this, and epic. Epic. Shout out to my girl, Alderman Jeanette Taylor. Shout out to Alderman David Moore. And shout out to Alderman Sophia King. Mayor lashes out at COPA for suspending the police officer that shot the man yesterday, 2 days ago. Not 2 days ago. Shot him 30 days ago. But what's his name? Anthony? You know the one we did yesterday. Alvarez? Anthony Alvarez. The police officer that shot him, his police powers were suspended, and the mayor is upset.
Upset that they got suspended?
That his police powers, because she the popo.
Wait. She's upset that
COPA suspended his police powers.
Okay.
Sundays on State Street will be shut down starting July 11th. On Sundays to party in the streets.
What, South State Street?
No. Downtown State Street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, downtown State Street. Parkway Gardens is for sale.
Where's Parkway Gardens?
O Block. Ask Claire. She'll tell you. But
okay.
Parkway Gardens is for sale. That's gonna be interesting. And did you see that COPA found almost 100 violations in the Anjanette Young case handling? We need to get John Catanzara back on here so he can address all 99.9. All right, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. When we come back, it'll be time for the social media question of the day. This one got him going yesterday. Well, it's been getting everybody going. Is America a racist country? We'll talk about it when we come back.
The Mace Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Rogers, let me ask a question. Do either that son or your grandson smell like transmission fluid? We trying to find Ruthie a husband. You funny niggas.
Trying to find Ruthie a husband?
We trying to find Ruthie a husband.
You heard that good,
Let me ask you, Rogers, what does Ruthie need to do to find her husband?
I listen to her little voice. I like that little passion voice she got.
Hey, she say...
I know you kind of small, ain't you?
She said you got a pension?
Huh?
She said you got a pension?
Look here. I'm coming down to where you on station located at? Where y'all located?
We down here in Bronzeville. Look, this is what we gonna do. We gonna get you, we gonna do a love connection off the line. Rogers, I want to tell you, man, thank you so much for calling.
You all downtown somewhere?
Yeah, we downtown. I'm gonna put
y'all talking about matter of fact, I'm gonna get the address. I'm gonna come into y'all station one morning.
We gonna have you come down. We gonna have you and Ruthie, and we gonna have you sit
I'm an early bird anyway.
Ruthie, you can be the grandmama, the great grandmama of over 110 children.
I love big families.
You know what I'm saying? 110.
Hey, sunshines. If you didn't catch the last page in the Book of Dawn, here's what you missed. So you found that, but you also, during those times, made a conscious decision to create a base for yourself outside of the Isleys or the great artists that you tour with. And from that, the Mo Fitz Project was born. Can you tell us how and why you did the Mo Fitz Project?
Let me tell you something. I had been touring since I was 17. And what happened was your girl Eve was doing different events around town. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was right on 47th Street.
I think it was Blue 47.
Yeah, one of those spots. So Eve was doing something with them. So they were like, we're hiring bands. I was like, I'm going to put something together and go play locally. Let me do that. And through that situation from Eve, the Mo Fitz Project was birthed. I was like, oh, okay, this would be great to actually come home and put quality guys together and make music locally outside of the touring. I just found another joy in it. And crazy, remember Terrence Kane came up with the Mo Fitz.
Oh, did he? Kane? Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Terrence was like, you need to call it the Mo Fitz, Ruthie. Mo Fitz. Use your name. This is how that name came about. It was Terrence Kane and my girl Eve Bridgeworth. She was the launching pad for that. And then she would hire me to do different events. And she started hiring me to do weddings and stuff she was doing. And then it just kind of birthed into that.
Don't forget to tune in weekdays, 9 a.m. to the Book of Dawn from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. Roll Tide, y'all.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger, who has been in here acting like he is reading the funny papers on his phone. Y'all remember the comics? Remember when the Sunday paper came?
Oh, yeah.
And you couldn't wait to get the Sunday paper, and it was like the Sunday paper would come and you would unfold it, and then you get the comics out, and then I missed the sales paper on Sundays too.
I don't miss that.
I missed the sales
My
papers.
dad did that though, not the sales papers, the comics. That was like a big ceremony for him. He'd laugh out loud at peanuts and
Really, the Sunday paper. I missed the Sunday paper. I missed the paper actually. I ain't gonna even lie. Sunday it was like the thing to do as a dad. Mm-hmm. When my kids were growing up, I'd get the Sunday paper. I'd be burning up some breakfast, and then I'd sit down at the table, and I'd get a Tribune and a Sun-Times, and nobody crack my paper. Like, don't crack my paper, don't crack my magazines. I'll buy you your own, but don't put the first fold in none of my stuff.
Right.
Yeah, man. All right. So anyway, Todd, I was talking all about that because I was thinking about the news, and first of all, Joe Biden's presidential address. We didn't get to a lot of stuff yesterday, but Joe Biden's presidential address, we talked about it a bit, but then what we did not talk about was the Tim Scott response. And, Tim Scott got clowned for his response. Because, after every congressional or State of the Union, then the Republicans pick, or the other opposing
side,
party picks someone to respond to it. And Tim Scott was chosen to respond to it, and he's the black Republican, the only black Republican in the U.S. Senate. But he is also, let me say that, he is So I've met Tim Scott.
Since Reconstruction?
I met Tim Scott.
Uh-huh.
Like, and just in a conversation 101, it's almost like he'd be like, all right, I gotta go. Let me go do my white boy thing. You be over in the corner chopping it up. You know, he hit you up with the handshake, the whole thing. Y'all be chopping it up. I ain't gonna tell you what, right? He, brother, straight up brother. And he'd be like, man, I got to go over here and do my thing with these white folks, right?
Right.
And he go over there and he converts and he sits down and he becomes, like many of us, on a daily basis. Well, not us, because that's why I got my own dream. But has to put on the mask. Wear the mask. And he had to put on the ultimate mask on Tuesday night when he delivered the post-State of the Union speech. And I think my timeline went stupid crazy when he said this.
Haven't made any progress at all. By doubling down on the divisions we've worked so hard to heal. You know this stuff is wrong. Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
As you can imagine, Black Twitter went corrupt. Black Twitter, Black Facebook, Black. I don't even know how they make the memes that fast. I really don't, because they had hound dogs and somebody was talking about a wolf was like, I smell coons in here. Is Tim Scott still here? I mean, they went crazy. Because, with everything going on, get your foot off my neck. How could anyone deny that America is a racist country? Todd, is it possible anybody black could deny that America's a racist country?
Well, I think he probably speaks for a large group. I don't know about a large black group, but he speaks for a large group when he says that. I would suspect that black people are probably on the other side of that statement for the most part. I'm not talking, like big numbers.
Okay. So I gotta ask you. Hold on, because I want to get y'all faces. And I want to get y'all proper name tags to go with it, right? Because
oh yeah, Ruthie caught you yesterday.
Yeah, she was like, she was like, when I had the wrong name up there.
Actually, my mom texted me.
It was like, you better tell him, get your name right.
It's dyslexia is acting up.
You do not get up this early for free to have him put your name up there wrong.
I think it was just because it said Todd.
So when play that back again, play Tim Scott one more time, because just play it one more time, if you got it.
To heal. You know this stuff is wrong. Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
Who black could possibly, after everything that we have gone through this year, possibly deny that America is a racist country? Ruthie, is America a racist country?
Depends on who I'm talking to and what I need from them. And obviously, I think we live in people be trolling and we just live in that sort of society today. And I think a part of what we are experiencing is pushback to that type of rhetoric. So it's kind of like, it's the same with Cantazar. Like, he know the stuff he be saying be racist. Now, he can say, oh, it's not a racist country. We know it's all rhetoric, and I think you have to sometimes match rhetoric with people. So that is one of the benefits to social media, is that then people can rally, get their meme, and you can make memes. You can download the app, Maze.
Ruthie, you gotta show me, because I got to be able to. I got so many memes in my head, but I was like, God dang. They was like, I smell coon. It was like, dang, y'all did that quick.
But I do think that the people who make decisions that we can't do anything about or don't know, Yeah, they believe in a caste system, and we're at the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm. They just don't say it out loud.
Right.
They just
say it out loud, but just the people just like them.
Right. So you gotta imagine that after seeing that, I was kind of like, "Dag, Tim," but I actually understood Tim because I feel like Tim is a Republican. He can't walk if he want to get anything done. He can't walk in and call everybody a racist.
But he don't have to deny it.
I think for the people that he's trying to convince to do things, and I'm just saying, like when I was watching Meet the Press this week, they said that Tim Scott is eating so much stuff.
Crow? No. Crow's different.
No,
right.
He's been eating piles of
that stuff. Ooh.
Right. Been eating piles of it as the only black Republican. And the Republicans recognize it because, he got to walk the plank on a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they said that in this fight for police reform, that the Republicans cannot deny him. So once he comes up with an agreement with the Black Caucus, the Republicans are going to go with it, right? Now, he knows that police reform is necessary. So he is, in my estimation, he playing the role of, look, I'm going to say what I need to say to get the votes to get the thing over the hump. Y'all can all call me Uncle Tom, but even though you don't understand. You understand. You can call me Sambo. You can call me whatever you want, but we can get this thing over the hump. But the only way you can get it over the hump is if the Republicans come along. And so I'm not going to inflame them as I'm trying to get votes by calling every single one of them a racist.
That's the surefire way of getting white people to turn their back on you.
100%.
He didn't say that. He said America is not a racist country.
Right.
They think they are America.
Right. Right. He does think that. I mean, those people, they say we're all Americans. So when that moment comes and when that's the same thing as all lives, and I'm just telling you that if you were to talk to 80% of the white people, if you were to call them a racist, just think about how even a racist responds to being called a racist.
Right. They are racist.
I mean, think about dude. Okay, come on, man.
And that's an ignorant statement, man.
Right. Again, you're a racist. Wait, what? What's in it for the black people? So, I think it's almost impossible for a politician who is elected in a variety, across a diverse area, to say that the country is racist. I don't think that you could find a black politician. They will say everything else. They will be like, the racist roots that we have, the history, the blah, blah, blah. We can't extend the pain. But they ain't going to say, I don't care which one y'all say, they ain't going to say America's a racist country. They not saying it. And to confirm that, because Ruthie, you got your, what kind of shoes you got on today?
Regular.
Dang. No pearls?
You mean like Chucks and Pearls?
No Chucks and Pearls? Because here go y'all Chucks and Pearl girl. Go ahead.
I believe that we need to address. Well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country.
Back
but
up.
We also do
Stop. Let me, because this is how the vice president of the first. So I think this is probably the first South Asian vice presidential nominee. This is the South Asian they have talking. Go.
I believe that we need to address. Well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today. And I applaud the president for always having the ability and the courage, frankly, to speak the truth about it. He spoke what we know from the intelligence community. One of the greatest threats to our national security is domestic terrorism manifested by white supremacists. And so these are issues that we must confront. And it does not help to heal our country, to unify us as a people, to ignore the realities of that. And I think the president has been outstanding and a real national leader on the issue of saying, let's confront the realities and let's deal with it.
What's the reality?
We all have so much more in common than what separates us. And the idea is that we want to unify the country, but not without speaking truth and requiring accountability as appropriate.
Have more in common.
Play Tim Scott again.
Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
I want to go back to
It's backwards to fight discrimination with different types of discrimination. And it's wrong to try to use our painful past to dishonestly shut down debates in the present. Nowhere do we need common ground more desperately than in our discussions of race.
Go back to Kamala now.
I believe that we need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today. And I applaud the president for always having the ability and the courage, frankly, to speak the truth about it. He spoke what we know from the intelligence community. One of the greatest threats to our national security is domestic terrorism manifested by white supremacists. And so these are issues that we must confront. And it does not help to heal our country, to unify us as a people, to ignore the realities of that. And I think the president has been outstanding and a real national leader on the issue of saying, let's confront the realities and let's deal with it, knowing we all have so much more in common than what separates us. And the idea is that we want to unify the country, but not without speaking truth and requiring accountability as appropriate.
Have more. What's the difference?
The way she said it. She said America is not a racist country. Same thing Tim Scott said, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then she said, she brought in the historical. So she basically said America is historically racist, but the ideals and stuff that we try to like exude are not inherently racist. So she wrong too, but she cleaned it up. You got to put a little sugar with the poop. And she put sugar on the poop.
And I'm saying she's talking to Democrats. He's talking to Republicans. But go ahead, Todd. I will let you hear your point.
I was just going to say that once you try to give someone a label, they tend to stop listening to you. So I understand what they're trying to do. Now, if you start by saying,
"You're a racist. You're a racist.
Ruthie, you're a
millennial."
Yeah, you're a millennial. She can be like, "Oh, here we go again."
Y'all do it all the time. I think there's a difference.
That's why I ended my sentence with "you're a millennial."
But I think there's a difference between saying America is a racist country versus saying you a racist, y'all racist.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is that by saying America is a racist country, guess what's next? Then I'm gonna be able to say you racist, you racist, you racist, and that's the part that white people don't want us to really get to, and that's why there's so much pushback against being able to say systemic racism and white privilege, and that's why there's pushback, because once you are able to once everybody can have the conversation to say, okay, we know these institutions are racist, then guess what's next? The people that uphold the institutions.
But it's easy to talk about the institutions.
No, it ain't, because Tim Scott couldn't even say it. He's talking about America ain't racist. Stop playing.
But it is easier to talk about the institutions than the person. Because the person is personal now.
I agree. But he can't even talk about the institution. And that's the problem. You ain't about to just deny.
But I do agree with Mays. If you lose your audience, then you can't communicate.
So I think there's nuance. So I don't want to pretend like there's not nuance to the conversation. Right? I think that my premise is that no politician in a national office, with the exception of maybe Ilhan Omar and the what they call themselves, the squad.
The squad, yes,
can call America racist. They can say we have racist history, we have racist roots, we have things that we have to address, but they will not call America racist, as in currently in a state of racism like it is. I think that Kamala Harris has to navigate her audience, because all of the Karens that listen, if she said America is a racist country, right? All of them white Karens and all of them people that was swooning and being like, I'm with the mixed race fight, will be upset. Call a white liberal a racist and see how they feel. Right? Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got to couch it. Tim Scott, he got to walk into a room full of all white people and then ask them to be on his team. So he's definitely denying it.
He doesn't have to. He likes it.
Okay.
He loves it. He gets off on it.
I feel as though, I don't know about that. But I would say, I feel like, what's the difference though? I feel like Kamala has the broader sword. She has all of the evidence behind her and has all of everything that has happened to be able to literally look in the camera and say, this is a racist country. We're working to fix it. I still always say I have way less expectation of a Republican towards our issues than a black person. And I think the denial of racism by Kamala, couched in all of the extra, let me disqualify because I know I'm saying some BS here, and I know what just happened to that dude for saying this don't, so I'm going to give you all this extra fluff. But no, it doesn't exist. It's not a racist country. Not it doesn't exist. It's not a racist country. Because I don't want to offend all those people, and I just thought it was pretty funny how far we had to go to not offend white people even as we die. I just think it's interesting that no matter whether it was a Democrat or a Republican, nuanced or not, nobody just called a spade a spade. This is the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning.
The Fraternal Order of Police. It is the president, John J. Catanzara Jr.
We all saw the Anjanette Young video.
Naturally, when someone hears, I didn't do it, you got the wrong place, you just discard it. You have an obligation to make sure that the rest of the place that you're doing a search warrant on is secure.
Okay, so you used the word naturally. And when you watch that video, naturally, a natural reaction would have been to provide her with some coverage for her naked body.
Have you ever been to police?
And so
have you ever been to police?
Let me finish my question. So a natural reaction was not what we saw from those white police officers.
A natural police reaction is to secure the scene.
So a natural police reaction is different from a natural
Well, we're talking about police. We're not talking about you going into a building. We're talking about the police going into a building.
Hence why in the beginning of the question, I related it to training. Are police officers trained to not see black people as human? And so police training would make them naturally react to see me as an animal?
I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer because that's just an ignorant statement to make. They went in there looking for an offender
who was not there.
Do you know that until you searched the whole place?
They did. They searched and she stood there naked.
And at that point,
after they had the scene secure, she still stood there naked.
Again, I already conceded the fact that they could have did a better job covering her up, but her race had nothing to do with it, and you're going to keep implying it. I'm going to keep telling you you're absolutely wrong.
Let me ask you a question. Is it a lack of training? Is it a lack of proper training?
No.
I don't know about it. I keep telling you, you got the wrong place. You got the wrong place.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. We will kill you for our woman.
WIIFTBP.
What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. For the black people. For the black people. For the black people. For the black people. For the black people, for the black people, for the black people, for the black people. What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it. What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it. For the black people, for the black people, for the black people, for the black people. What's in it for the black people? You know it. What's in it for the black people? Let's show it. What's in it for the black people? You know it. What's in it for the black people? Let's show it. For the black people. 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 For the black people.
I can see it in your eyes. You've been hurt way too many times, baby. And if we're being honest, yeah, I can tell, girl, that you want this, yeah. But I can only wait for so long, girl. Giving us both some space so we can see. But don't make this too hard, yeah. 'Cause I still want you right next to me. Girl, it's plain to see, yeah. Don't play with it. Baby, life's too short, gotta make a decision, yeah. It's time to make up your mind, girl. You gotta make up your mind, girl. You don't have to say a word. Writing's all over your face, yeah. You don't have to hurt no more. Just give me your love. You don't hold back and let it go. But I'ma only wait for so long, girl. Giving us both some space so we can see. But don't make this too hard, yeah. 'Cause I still want you right next to me. Girl, it's plain to see, yeah. Oh, baby, life's too short, gotta make a decision, yeah. It's time to make up your mind, girl. You gotta make up your mind, girl.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
What's in it for
the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now of the politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Sonia and Ruthie and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we're united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve on.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger, Miss Ruthie Moore, and Sonia Escobar, all on a Friday. Hey, y'all. Dang, we should have opened up the phone lines on that one. Because I bet, what y'all think? Black folks, is America a racist country? I agree America is a racist country. But acknowledging that America is a racist country, where does that put you? Like, are you then anti-American? Like, if you say America is a racist country, does it make you anti-American?
I think every country has a racist tint to it. Every country has a group who feels they're better than either one or everybody else.
Right, but do you say it out loud? Like, is Zimbabwe
Depends
a
on what
racist
you're trying
country?
to get.
Is there a country that isn't racist?
I say no.
Iceland?
Yeah, no, they
Ooh, those people are. They mean.
They Nordic. They like, what are you doing here? You know, that go. That's why we're in Iceland. So y'all stay y'all butt on the. This ain't Jamaica. But go. You don't see no. I bet you.
Iceland actually is very warm.
Is it?
It's Greenland that's cold.
Oh, is it Greenland that's cold? As Iceland, I thought was where they had the ice bar, like where you could go take, like you go sit, like this, like wherever that is where the white people go, where it's like freezing, right? They go and they go put a like.
That's actually a trick that they try to do by switching the names so people wouldn't want to go to Iceland.
Keep out of it. We changed it to Iceland so the black people don't come over here. No vacation. Iceland? Hell no, I ain't going to no Iceland.
Amen.
Meanwhile, they got beaches. It's white beaches, literally. Sun, everything in the bikini. Hilarious. No, but I was thinking about that one time when somebody was on vacation and I saw somebody in one of those places and they were in a bar drinking and it was made out of ice, but it was like everybody was in like a parka.
I don't believe in that stuff.
It's like, why? But I'll tell you.
I don't like being cold.
Right. When I went to Sundance, these white people was partying outside like it was the summertime. Like, no.
Was the sun out?
No, it was dark and it was like a tent, but it was like freezing. And I'm talking about they was passing beers and drinking, and I was like, what? Live band on the stage, and they was rocking out, and we was like, well, when in Rome, but it's cold in the mug out here. Oh Lord, they had snowmen like at the Greek. It was crazy, man. But I like the white people go to they partied good, and I just realized white people be sneaking off the cold places so they can mind their own business. Right? They can have their own parties, and black people will not show up. Because I'm telling you. And it was funny because the whole time we were at Sundance, I was like, where are the black people? Where are the black people? And you know, they literally built a black house at Sundance because it was Sundance is so white, and all the black filmmakers just had like a little place. Like you went to this one place and it was straight up, America's a racist country. I'm just telling you. Like, all the places that you see this one little, I'm talking about the streets, everything is Sundance, white people just walking up and down the street. Where are all the black people? The Black House. Everybody there. And they had free chicken.
You know, that was Cantizano's part of his argument. Is
Catanzaro?
Yeah. Is we do things black, then for we are racist.
Yeah, but think
What
about
about his
the reason.
dad?
Think about why they had to get the black house.
Yeah.
That's the part that's racist.
Right. Because when you go to the white party, it'd be like, no, you can't get a seat. No, you can't. Are you Spike Lee? Because if you ain't Spike Lee, you ain't got nothing coming around here.
I'm pretty sure HBCUs ain't come because it was like, oh, it's because America's racist.
HBCUs came because the white folks said, we do not want you colors at our school.
And they said, we need to civilize these black people.
Natives.
Well, actually, to be honest with you, I always try to throw a little damper on what Ruthie says. No, I'm just kidding. But
no, you're not. Go ahead.
That's why I was trying to tell the mayor, like, you sure you want to hire Todd?
See, look, and don't let
like,
when it becomes pillow talk, you gonna have a problem.
Oh my goodness! Okay, go ahead.
So a lot of those, the state funded ones, they come like directly out of like the Freedmen's Bureau after the war
to civilize Negroes.
For education, because you know, my dad came from Arkansas, and he came from like poor Arkansas. I mean, like dirt poor.
Mm-hmm.
And education was not something everybody could get. A lot of people had to be out, literally, and we're talking in the 1930s, 40s, had to be literally out picking cotton.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could go to school,
your daddy went to school, right? And your mama went to school.
Well, my mother's for here, but yes,
your daddy. That's black people say.
My grandma went to 3rd grade.
My grandma went to 8th grade. My grandfather went to 3rd grade.
Well, my grandparents went to Marion, Indiana. I don't know what grade they went to. I don't know. I was like, is this a race to uneducation? Who's Johnny Clark?
That's my sister.
Your sister? Oh, is that your sister? Todd, I was looking at y'all should see Todd's family picture. So I just need to tell you.
I did send that.
You sent your family. I
can't remember.
Todd sent me some pictures, right? First of all, I asked Todd for some pictures, and this is completely off.
I thought you were going to use Racer X, but okay.
I said Todd, because we were doing a press release on Todd yesterday, and Todd doesn't have a lot of pictures. So I said, hey Todd, he didn't know what I was doing. I was like, could you send me some pictures? Do you know this fool sends me a picture of his cat? He sent me a picture of Racer X. Now, what would have been funny? He actually sent me a picture of the Mohawk. I'm going to find it and put it back up. And y'all,
everybody should have a Mohawk once.
Todd,
Ruthie,
not that Mohawk, Todd. Todd's like,
hey, you got to work with what you got, bro.
Okay, I'll give you that. Todd's Mohawk grew in like his haircuts be. Patchy. It was like, but Todd, I must tell you, it is funny to look at the picture because your brother looks exactly like your dad, and you look exactly like you minus 6 teeth.
Yes,
because Todd is like with no teeth in the front. And is your sister oldest
at that time?
Is your sister the oldest?
Yes.
Okay, that's how the picture was. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all some of Todd's family pictures in a little while. Yeah, Todd.
He loved that cat picture.
No,
cat. Your friends are your friends are your friends.
I was thinking, man,
cat sitting on the toilet.
Like his cat your cat uses the toilet.
Civilized.
I don't know what he was doing.
Like who?
Yeah, he's civilized.
I don't think they flush though.
Right. Cats.
Yeah, it's amazing what they can do with those little paws, but
they can't flush.
They can flush. No, it's not. All you gotta do is go ping.
Or the motion one.
Cats box.
Yeah, they do be fighting.
Yeah.
What you mean they box?
They get on their hind legs and they hit you. Yeah.
Hit who?
Depending on who they're fighting. Like they will do it. Sometimes it's not shadow. It's just.
I'm allergic to
It's just playing.
If you have a cat, I'm not coming over your house, and I'm definitely not eating anything from your house. So don't worry. You don't ever have to come to you don't have to bring nothing to the potluck. Cat people I used to put on my things like if you have a cat, just bring a sealed package container. Like something you can good or something. Don't bring nothing you made at the house. Boy, I knew some people. One time I saw some people. These white people had cats, and they had multiple cats. Like multiple.
Not on the counter, right?
Multiple cat people who. There's one thing about dog people who don't tell their dog to get off you because I'll be like, I don't. He's like, he likes you. He won't bite. I don't want him touching me. Get the wet nose off me. I just got this suit out the cleaners. But the cat people who have multiple cats that just let them go everywhere.
They just go anywhere they want.
It's like, yo, I'm not coming over here. Never, not none. Nope.
They're your friends.
No, cats are evil too.
Hans and I went out, and the cat went out because it was nighttime.
Hans was probably going to get him a cat. He's probably like, where you going to my cat house?
The cat likes to sit outside. Well, the cat house is gone. The cat sits outside.
People came and got
but
that
when we
way.
pull up, the cat pops out of the bush and he walks over and says, "Hey, what's going on, guys? What you doing? We going inside?" He goes inside. He's inside for 5 minutes. He's like, "Let me back out. Y'all ain't."
He's like, I got more rats. He be out there killing the rats on the couch.
Yeah.
You don't let the cat lick you, do you?
That's not my cat. He ain't that guy.
Okay. All right. I was about to say, man. You don't let the cat
But
lick
if he
you.
did, I wouldn't care. Cats are very clean.
Right, because they lick all. Right, because it's all on their tongue. They done lick.
And that would be a sign of affection. He's like, "Hey, I need to take care of you, Todd."
Right. Like, I just got through eating this mouse. Here, come let me wipe my tongue on your face.
No, well, first he'll bring the rest of the carcass to you. Hey, look what I did, bro. Drop it
you
off.
ever had that?
Uh-huh.
And what do you do with it?
I throw it away. I mean, he's not staying to say, "What you gonna do, bro? You gonna eat that?"
You want some? I bring gifts.
Right. Yeah, he's just bringing it to you to show you that, hey, look, I got somebody.
I still got skills. I earned my keep. All right, y'all. It is time to talk about did anybody watch the hearing yesterday? Now, I really wish, if there was something I wish I would have recorded, it was yesterday's hearing on renaming DuSable, the fight to rename DuSable Drive. Yesterday was the committee hearing held by your guy, Alderman, 24th Ward Alderman Howard Brookins, who is the chair, 21st Ward Alderman, right, 24 is Mike Scott. 21st Ward Alderman Howard Brookins committed to Alderman David Moore that he would hold an up or down vote on the renaming of the outer drive of Lakeshore Drive after Jean-Baptiste Point DuSable. The mayor in her office expressed concerns about the changing of the name.
Mm-hmm. It ruined that song they made about Lakeshore Drive. Yeah, I see.
But essentially, Alderman Moore had secured the votes.
There you go.
To get it out of committee, and essentially has the votes to get it heard. I mean, get it passed in city council. Both the white alderman and the black alderman and Latino alderman were in support. Now, I do think this is a small fight, and this is a very small show of force. And it also there's a few lessons in this DuSable thing. So the first thing is, the thing that stuck out the most to me about this fight over renaming Lakeshore Drive DuSable Drive is how far we will go to accommodate white people's comfort. Now, I touched on this yesterday. First of all, Alderman Moore is not naming all of Lakeshore Drive DuSable. It is only the outer drive. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which means that all those people that have those addresses on Lakeshore Drive will not have to change their address. They will not be inconvenienced. Really, by renaming Outer Drive, there are only 4 real major address changes that would occur, and those are 4 harbors, right? So as we think of why we name streets, the reason we name them is to provide an honor for those people. It is to have their names kind of forever mentioned in connection with the city, whether you recognize why, who, what, where. And when you think about Kedzie,
but it's only an honor for like 20 years. Most people, we don't know.
Well, you don't know who Kedzie.
I can't even find out who Blackstone is.
Well, you don't know who Kedzie is until you realize that he's the person who purchased all of DuSable's land, right? Like, you find out who all of these people are over the course of
But
time.
only some of them. Most people, you never know. But the big names, you know.
Right. But also, almost every street, like major street.
The big ones, yeah.
Yes, has a connection to the history of Chicago.
Right.
And the point is not for you really to know. It is that you have become, in my estimation, it's like aspirin. It's like you become a part of the city, period. Like, whether anybody knows you, they will forever say your name in this space. When they write your address down, your memory lives on. Even though the people who are writing it have no clue, you live forever through the city.
Right.
I also think that while part of the effect of renaming to me was to make the white people have to change their address, was to make and raise the value of the name DuSable, right? To imagine that all of those multi-million-dollar, that they ain't gonna lose no property value, but even at the top in the two parts of the tale of two cities, even the white boys have to acknowledge DuSable's role. Alderman Moore gave up that in the compromise by moving it to the outer drive, because we heard the alderman say, "I will be adamantly opposed if any of my residents have to change the name of their street." And I was listening to the white guys who were supporting the change of the outer drive, because what they really realized was they started counting, and if he really pushed the issue, he probably could have gotten the inner drive. Or they could have risked being called racist, as they were, for all of the opposition that they had just to change the addresses on 4 city-owned locations.
I would argue that I understand the inner drive thing. The aldermen who were there, there's a cost to it, and their residents would probably be all over them. But for the outer drive, I think the outer drive gives you more, I'll say, international.
I got you. I want them both, though, right? And here's my thing. I understand those two aldermen. 2 of the whitest, not 4 black people aldermen in the whole city. Why do I care what happens to them? Why do I have to stop and water down our desire to accommodate 2 aldermen who ain't never moving for you, but they gonna push you to the outer drive so you can't call them racist?
But I think if you would push the inner drive, this is just from the outside, you would get more pressure from the mayor on the other white aldermen.
And I say, and here's me. So we are going to get more pressure from the black mayor to deny black history in Chicago. Like, again, and she's already pushing back.
She hasn't told me that. I'm just speculation.
No, but here's what the deal is. So Alderman Moore's ordinance. So first of all, because my point is how far we go to accommodate white people's comfort.
Mm-hmm.
They were uncomfortable with the cost. Now, can you imagine all the white people on the North Shore having to say, who live on Lakeshore Drive, saying, "I now live on DuSable"? Right? Like, even the fact that they got to write that, they just like, nah, right?
Man, I bet there'd be a whole bunch of them like, now who's this DuSable guy again?
Exactly. But that's part of the point.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the point. It is an inconvenient, so y'all will take down the Columbus statues and do all of that, but you won't give us our just due. But I'm cool. So we say that the alderman has decided that he's going to compromise and not inconvenience the white people, but the mayor still is not comfortable with our iconic Lakeshore Drive being named after the founder of the country, of the city. So what does she say? I'll trade you $4 million for $25 million. It only cost us $4 million to change the outer drive. I'll pay you $25 million, and if you'll take something else, we'll even give you the river. But you cannot. Now, who is that for? You mean to tell me it only costs $4 million to change the outer drive, but you'd rather have $25 million investment in parks, change the river name, go to the national country, go to the Congress to change the name of the Chicago River to avoid changing DuSable, changing Lakeshore Drive to DuSable? Why is that? Can you help me?
Because America is a racist country.
You quick with it. You think you slick. Go ahead. So, Todd, you think you slick. Todd, why? And let me just tell you, every possible reason that every white person gave all was rooted in racism. Like, we just don't want that Negro name on it. There was no tangible argument except for we don't want that new name on our buildings.
Yeah, I probably figure, if I guess, and I'm thinking that the mayor feels that pressure that you're just talking about.
Them white folks like, and you changed this. Are you never coming back?
Well, I think part
and
of
she
it
knows
too
that's
is-
her group. I mean, that's where she
like-
got her votes.
Like you said, like we've been taking down statues and taking down landmarks. And so it's kind of like, oh, y'all finna tear down our stuff, but y'all think we about to give y'all something? Come on now.
Yeah, and you think we finna give some Negroes something?
You know one thing I noticed that white people don't like when black people have?
Something.
Audacity. The audacity.
Hey, you're going to make Maze mad because that's an Obama word.
Well, no. His was the never mind, but no, audacity. So shout out to Alderman David Moore,
Shout out
Taylor for backing him up,
And shout out King.
Sophia King.
Yep, shout out to all of them. And it's so funny.
Audacity, y'all.
The funniest part, though, is that we compromised when, honestly, I don't think we needed to. I just be honest with you. And
I think votes would have fallen off if they kept pushing.
I think that... I don't think so.
They would have got on board.
I think they would have got on board. And I think that the commenting of the white alderman only made black aldermen who would ordinarily not go against it be like, hold on, dog.
I changed my vote.
Who you think you talking to?
No, I mean, I changed my vote. I think it would pass because you add the socialists and the black people together. It's over.
That's my point.
Vasquez.
Right. I mean, because Vasquez, like the Latinos, especially the socialists in my estimation, are trying to cement, are trying to be aligned with the black people. And quite frankly, if you do the math and they could figure it out, they could literally run the table.
Right.
Everybody gets it except for the mayor and the black caucus. But I'm not going to shade nobody. Here's all I'm saying.
And if they realize, well, they probably do know that they wouldn't have to worry about the mayor getting mad at them and them losing their committees because they decided who's on the committees.
And they got the majority. But I just think that it was so amazing to watch how far people would go to accommodate the white folks, even when we have the numbers. Right? Even when we have the numbers. And I feel like we should make people uncomfortable. Like, so they don't want to go outside and see a street sign. But to Ruthie's point, we can look at statues, monuments of people who committed genocide, who killed our people, who did all this stuff, and there's no...
They faces are on the money. America is a racist country.
No. Todd?
But
Ruthie's never going to get elected like this. We're trying,
Come on, First Lady.
look, First Lady, you can't be saying that.
I don't know.
First Lady, you're not First Lady.
Y'all
Look.
know we live in a different time now.
I know we got a mayor that ride a motorcycle and wear a hoodie, and now you're going to have a first lady that's running around here talking about America's racist country. We ain't going to never get out of Robbins if y'all keep it up like that. But I guess my question is, why is the black mayor who is so focused on racial equity and rapid response teams opposed to the black man who founded this city getting his just due?
Cause it's the audacity of y'all black people.
But this is a black woman
to be trying to come together to make ass like this. Like,
but this is a black woman.
Yeah, but come on now.
Ruthie, wait, where your cape
Come
at?
on now.
Where your cape at?
Because you already know. It's probably like, it's one of those things where, remember at first she said she was not going to take the statues down? And then you saw what happened, right? They came down.
Because
it sounds
she's a
good.
flopper flip.
Well, it's not that. It's really about protecting. White
supremacy, say it.
I hate to keep using the word, but it's about protecting white supremacy.
Even a black mayor.
So so white supremacy. That the Haitian community ain't really joined in with the black people too much yet on this.
Hold on, because you about to
Because I'm saying, think about it. If the Haitians and the regular blacks get together on this, it's over with.
Now, Ruthie, you can't be saying that, because then the next thing somebody gonna be going Facebook Live on me again talking about.
Go.
So now I hate the black people. That's
but if that would not have passed right after Alderman David Moore, kind of went off about it, that is the very thing that then unites people to come together. So now you would have a groundswell of people like, yeah. And that's the very thing that I think the city wants to avoid. They don't need y'all black people downtown no more for no extra stuff. So that's why this went on ahead and passed, because if you have the black alderman showing that level of audacity, the people have no problem with getting right on behind that energy.
You're right, because I'm here to tell you, if they would have blocked that, Joe, we could. I'm gonna tell you, that barbecue fest would have been Chicago Fest. Speaking of that, for those historians out there, for those historians who remember how this is right around Jane Byrne time. This is right around Jane Byrne time, Chicago Fest. Man, y'all might have to go back and look up some. We might have to get a historian on here. Because remember the Stevie Wonder concert? They was like, Cool in the Gang, ain't no parties. If the black folks ain't getting no peace, ain't damn party.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just saying. I am saying like this. Does anybody think it was, I'm going to talk about Open Chicago.
What else we want? This might be the time to be making some ass.
I'm going to tell you, I think we got to hurry up, because white people are starting to use the term fatigue. No, I'm like, man.
What? Racial fatigue?
No, black fatigue. Yeah, they about tired of y'all talking about this black stuff. When is this George Floyd stuff gonna be over? Because we got to get back to
everything
racism.
has a lifetime.
Right, that's what I said. And right now, look, if we ticking it away.
No, we ain't even scratched the surface of where we going.
Ruthie Mo say we gonna be back in a minute. We gonna talk about it. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard.
What are y'all takes on blended families?
Meaning white people? Or what? No, she mean like you got kids, this person got kids, y'all get together and bring the whole family together. I don't know. I have zero experience with it. I imagine it could be challenging. Especially, I think the older the children are, I think the more challenging it could be. I think if it's little children or something, you can kind of explain it to them, and they may like grow up together and kind of in that same space where this is mom, this is dad type thing. But if you talk about older kids where they literally have a mom or dad, another person like that has been in their lives, when they're older, and you're like, oh, no, this is your stepbrother, stepsister. Like, nah, we like 17. Like, I'll bone her.
And if this family don't work, you can just give me to the game anyway. It ain't gonna matter. No woman will ever be important. I'm not being an ass. I'm serious. In my mind, the value of that kind of a commitment is family. I got that already. So now we just chilling. So you ain't gonna really know my children.
What's up, good people? You're listening to I Said What I Said with Toussaint Warner and Herb Howard, live on What's In It for the Black People Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at the Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
got to Kennedy King, so you remember Corey Brown?
I definitely remember Corey Brown from Morgan Park.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Murder, man. So I got it in with y'all one day before a game, and then y'all literally went out and destroyed some people by about 50 at Kennedy King, and I'll never forget, somebody shot a jumper. It came off long, and Corey will tell this story to this day. He says he went up, and I was in the stands. He went up for the rebound, and before he could jump, he said he felt a foot on his head. And it was you. And you caught it, classic P-Mac, catching it over everybody, putting it back in. He says before he jumped, he felt a foot on his head. And Corey was 6'4", easy.
On his head.
On his head.
Yeah, Corey was 6'4", man. I used to just, I don't know, I had a knack, man. I was always uber athletic. Like I was taught earlier, if somebody shoot, you got to come from the opposite side. I had a guy in my neighborhood named Wayne Irvin, legendary dude to us in our neighborhood. Played at Chicago State, played at Wyoming.
Okay.
Played against Patrick Ewing. He passed away a couple years ago, but went to CVS. He was a decorated player. A lot of people knew him. And he taught me early, like, you attack offensive rebounds from the opposite side. So if somebody shoot from the left wing, you crash from the right. If somebody shoot from the top of the key, you can crash because it can go either way and you can get it. I was so big and athletic. I used to get a lot of tip dunks. Like, for some reason, people never boxed me out. And once I got a running start, if it came off anywhere over the rim and bounced up, you was dead.
This is Eugene McIntosh, one half of the illest independent sports media outlet in the whole entire land, the Bigs. Check me and my player partner Terrence Tomlin, a.k.a. T-Tom the Great, on What's in It for the Black People Media Network.
I'm blessed.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys,
TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
You got an inspirational word for today?
Oh, man, I'll be honored. Giving honor to God. Hey, man, on Sunday morning, it's early, so we got to give honor to God.
Yes, sir.
The good word for today is don't worry. Oftentimes in our life, in our walk, in our days, in our journeys, we find a way to just worry about so many things. Yeah. And we just want to encourage you today that those worries is God's responsibility. It's God's responsibility because at the end of the day, what we worry about, most times we can't handle.
Yes.
If we would agree together, we can't handle it. So we have to give it to God. That's his responsibility. And our job is to simply believe.
Yes.
Simply believe. When we believe, the Bible says all things are possible.
Come on through here.
I better leave that alone.
Preaching already.
You feel it? So be anxious for nothing. Even the Bible says don't worry about anything. In Matthew 6:33 it says don't worry about anything, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these other things be added unto you. So we're here to encourage you.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning.
Live on the line, we have the newly appointed State Senator Doris Turner. Welcome to the Maze Jackson Show. How are you, Senator Turner?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I really feel like I have arrived now that I'm on the Maze Jackson Show. It's a dream I never thought would happen. You know, in every office that I have held, I served 10 years on the Sangamon County Board. Then I served 2.5 terms on the Springfield City Council. And in each one of those positions, I have never represented a district that was a majority district. But every day I've gone to work to ensure that African Americans in those districts received equitable treatment and that the legislation that I pushed was beneficial to the entire district, but beneficial to the African Americans that lived in that district, because these are people that for too long have not had a voice. When I was there and I was their voice, I wanted to make sure that everything that I did was going to move my community forward. And that's always been first and foremost in my mind, and that will continue to happen. If you look at ordinances and legislation that I have championed, drafted, and passed, you will see that thread running through there. Everything that happened with the legalization of cannabis in Springfield, I led that and came out of that with a lot of successes. And one of the things that I am most proud of that came out of that was we put the 3% municipal tax on there, but 1.5% of that money will always go to a very specific area of Springfield that is the heart of the East Side.
You mentioned cannabis, but what we've seen is that there's been no access to cannabis for black folks.
We've had to go back and do 2 fixes already. I think that everyone knew that that was going to happen. But, going forward, it's one of those things that, when you know what you know, there'll be more eyes and ears on a lot of things. So I am very committed to that.
Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson.
WIIFTBP. I think that the black community is starting to realize the mayor may not necessarily be an ally just because she is black.
Live from What's in It for the Black Media Studio.
Our representatives don't necessarily get a pass just because they're black. We've got a challenge in the black part of Chicago of holding black politicians accountable.
You're listening to The Maze Jackson Show.
This is Chicago, so I understand the Chicago way. I ask every day what's in it for the black people.
With Maze Jackson.
Come on, y'all. You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Got Ruthie Moore here. She doubled down on the blue. Still got the red and white socks on though. I'm sorry, she be like, I got you. She be like, I'm repping to the world, but you only got red and white socks, don't you?
No.
She also has her DePaul socks. Yeah. I've seen those.
Think I need to start wearing different socks and more differently then.
No, I mean, I think when you wear all that blue, though, I think you feel obligated. I do. I think like deep down when you got on blue, you be like, I got the rep.
I wear winter socks in the summer.
I don't have a difference between winter and summer socks. I wear socks, just socks. Whatever's in there.
There are some winter socks.
I do have some winter socks.
I've had some on and I was like, I'm sweating.
Oh, the Costco winter socks, because they got the extra heat in them. They got them lines that put the heat in them. All right, hey y'all.
Before you move,
what?
Alvin E. Norton and Salim Muwakil. We're having a little discussion about how Reverend Jackson was a real force in that Chicago fest.
Oh yeah, Reverend Jackson kicked it off. I mean, you have. So they just say familiarity breeds contempt.
Right.
Reverend Jackson, you can say what you want to say. That brother has been a civil rights icon, has opened a lot of doors for a lot of people. And I'm just not about trying to trash he's moved the ball more than a lot of people in the world.
Right.
Than 99.9% of people in the world. So ain't no shade on Reverend Jackson. But yes, he was very instrumental in that, organizing that boycott of Chicago Fest. Because, let me tell you what, they was like, Jane Byrne was losing with the black people. And she was like, oh, I know how to get them back. She said, get me Stevie Wonder.
Oh, yeah.
She said, get me Earth, Wind, and Fire and get me Kool and the Gang. And I'll break up y'all Negro unity real quick. Who was it that said that? I think Kool and the Gang was the only one that went up. Right? Everybody else was like, nah. And they came up and was like, we can't afford to get sued. So celebrate. We got to go.
We got to go.
But I was just thinking about it. And I was thinking that the city of Chicago is about to reopen. And yesterday, the mayor at Navy Pier with much fanfare, literally, held a... Wait a minute, did y'all see the video of the mayor with the mascots? The Bulls and the Bulls and the Blackhawks, and she discussed the reopening.
The Blackhawks have a mascot?
Man, he kind of good too. He ain't like the Bull. Benny the Bull is off the chain, but the Blackhawks mascot is pretty dope too.
Oh,
yeah, he's pretty dope, and he got a skate. So anyway, the mayor announced the reopening with the two mascots. She was sitting in the room, piped and draped, and the two mascots. She had a conversation. I think she thought it was cute.
I'm sure.
I was like,
you're not funny anymore. It's like it's hard to imagine like you trying to still make light and comedy. It's like the Penguins, you done did everything. It's not working. It's not working. But then she announced that along with that the Chicago Open will include sports venues can operate at 25%. So the Bulls, White Sox, Bears, Bears, the inside can go. Churches can come back up to 25%. But this is looking like the city is opening large venues. And then Navy Pier was open. But then, Todd, they also talked about the first festival, which is the, I can't remember what it is now, the barbecue fest. But anyway, I was thinking about the timing of this. Because I thought it was pretty interesting that 3 weeks ago, I think that the city knew that they were planning on opening. They've been planning on opening even since the spike went up and down. Remember, because the governor had launched the bridge phase, and they were saying we were about to open, and then we had a little spike, and then now this vaccine, and they're saying that like 50% of the state has had at least one, and 30% is completely vaccinated, and it's the whole country is really just opening back up. But I thought it was pretty interesting knowing that this was on the horizon, that they let the Silver Room block party not return before they even clued them in, right? Then we saw that Chosen Few this week announced that they weren't going to be coming back this year. They weren't going to come back to 2022, right? But for the city to have a festival as large as this, the North Side, I can't think of what it's called again, the barbecue. Somebody get that for me, please. But the fact that they could have this festival planned means that they've been in talks with the Melman family for a pretty long time. To be able to launch a festival that is going to allow you to bring in 26 acts, or over the largest country music festival in the city of Chicago, as well as 26 pitmasters, to arrange all of that means that you've been planning this for at least 2 months. So my other question becomes is, who was talking to the black people? And how do we know? See, my challenge becomes is that oftentimes we get invited to the meeting and they take our input and they take our stuff and then they give it to the white folks, and the black folks who've been fighting for it don't get no parts. So let me ask a question. How will we know that the Black Chicago is open again? Like what? How will we know that Black Chicago is open again? So on July 1st, it appears as though, or not July 1st, but whenever they have, July 1st is apparently the target date. At least that's New York probably. But this, can you find that festival for me, Ruthie? Because I'm a little frazzled right now. But that festival, I want to know the date of it. And my question is, what's ours? What are we doing? Excuse me. How do we know that Black Chicago is open again? What will be our signal? That'll be the summer will be over.
Yeah, that's true. The summer's over then.
That's back to school.
Too far. Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty interesting because remember I told you what they need to do is get you used to not coming. So you let all of our festivals go, right?
The Windy City Smokeout.
The Windy City Smokeout. That sounds like I want to go. My cousin might want to go to that. But you think about the Windy City Smokeout, what they say, 26 bands or 26 pitmasters, 36 bands. When do black people come back? What will be our signal? I think it's important for us to also recognize that our biggest festivals are not a part of this, and next year it'll be that much easier for them not to get their permits renewed. You want 200? You think the white people want another 75,000 black people in the middle of 53rd Street? You think let me ask a question. You think Reggie's, the white bar that's across the street from the place of the Chosen Few, want y'all shutting them down for a whole week and they can't get no money? at the same time that they shutting down Cornell Drive, so you can't even get to the Chosen Few next year?
The bar is shut down during the festival?
You ever tried to go down Lakeshore Drive when black people is over at? It hasn't.
Oh, no, I know not to. But, I mean.
No, the bar's not shut down, but it's very similar to when the white people move in the neighborhood, they don't want all that racket. Because, like, when the white people come to 67th now, they like this us. This Reggie's is us.
Right.
Why is all these black cars blocking up the expressway?
I don't know, man, because I feel like those adjacent restaurants and businesses be making bank.
That's what I was thinking.
Not for the Chosen Few, because the Chosen Few, the whole premise of the Chosen Few is you showing out on your food and your drink, and everybody brings it to the event. Nobody's going anywhere else when you at the Chosen Few. Nobody. And it jams up the whole South Side. Now, you think about the fact that they just broke up the road, the construction for Cornell Drive. By next year, you won't even be able to get to it. Where does it go? Robbins. But where does it go? Right? But then you're going to see the House Music Festival downtown at Pritzker Pavilion. Why are you making fun of me, man?
No, because I'm looking at this website for the Windy City
Smokeout.
I'm looking at it, right?
What's the date?
It is July 8th through the 11th. So
3-day festival already planned. And
hold on, because I know it's some black owned barbecue places that could have been up in this.
No, it couldn't. Ruthie.
I see one.
Who?
Oh, sure.
And it's not local.
No, it's not. They bringing the pit masters from all over the country. Nobody local gets a piece. And let's just be clear, that festival is put on by R.J. Millman, who is Let Us Entertain You. Which, if you recall correctly, last week when we did the report, their family was one of the largest donors to Mayor Lightfoot.
R.J. Grunts. That's where that came from.
R.J. Grunts, they own over 40 restaurants. And they put this festival together. But just think about it. It's a country music festival. How do we know when are we back?
What are the black supported festivals? Like city-supported festivals.
Would that be gospel?
The Gospel Fest, the Blues Fest, which is not really black. The Gospel Fest, the Blues Fest, the One Day at the Taste of Chicago. I don't think that the Chosen Few is a city festival. I don't think that the Silver Room or Brewfest are city festivals. They are privately put on
their throats.
Well, I mean, it's like, no, what happened was, but I think Ron realized that as all these festivals was happening, they had to crack it open. I don't think that this mayor has that same level of concern, right? Like, and I thought it was pretty telling that it was literally a day after the Chosen Few announced that they would be 2022. The next day, literally, the city announced that they were opening up. And I thought that was a signal to this is a different city. The people who used to have the plug ain't got the plug. Right? And then you correlate that with the relationships. Man, it's a real odd time right now to be in Chicago. And then you add all of this up to the Plan for New Americans. Are there any, the Office of New Americans, are there any Latino festivals on the books?
I think so.
So, again, I'm just telling you, while we're canceling all of our stuff.
Well, you know what? We probably ain't got the supports that's needed. Because it's a whole process.
It is a whole infrastructure.
And you need like certain support.
So, Cousin Juan is like one of the top event planners and festivals and has been leading the charge on the return of the entertainment industry. But I don't know of any, like, no South Shore Summer Fest. Well, I got to put out the South Shore Summer Festival after I made it the big thing. But I guess, what are we doing? And how are we going to celebrate the return? Because there clearly is no return for black folks to the city. Well, there's like no open black Chicago. No? Yeah? Any other festivals up there? I just saw that everybody is going to benefit. You know what I was just thinking about too? Mm-hmm. I was thinking that I bet you the White Sox, I bet you the Bulls didn't lose that much money. I bet you. You know what I'd like to see? How much COVID money they got to set up that place, to set up the thing, and did it offset the cost of them not having people because they done took that joint coming down quick.
I want to say, and I can't remember which sport it was. I think it was football. No, I think it was the Cubs. It might not. I don't know. But basically, some sports expert who does numbers was saying these teams are going to make a ton of money even without people. It's just not the same ton they made before. So
right,
they used to make $20 million. This year they'll make $10 million.
Right. No, but that's white people consider a loss when they don't get profit. They don't consider a loss.
No, this is all.
No,
profit.
I got you. No, but they consider a loss profit loss.
Loss. Right.
We consider loss like business loss.
Right. I'm in the red.
Right.
Literally in the red.
Right.
Yes.
I'm trying to make payroll. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back. And when we come back, I want to talk about the Bears draft a black quarterback. We're about to recruit Ruthie back into the football field. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at the Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
If I tell them to blow, I keep that metal close. That's how we ride in Chicago.
Alderman Lopez, welcome back to the Maze Jackson Show. The mayor has a very peculiar way she's dealing with this, and I'm trying to understand why does it seem like we're handling this with kid gloves.
The reason that she's not going after the root cause, which is gangs, the reason she's not calling out the silent enablers, as I tweeted out the other day, is because those are many of the same people that she relied on to get elected. I'm talking about the not-for-profits, those that reach out for grants and try to be the intermediaries in a community to try and bridge some of these anti-violence groups, things of that nature. These organizations that say they're trying to build bridges oftentimes are the ones that are enabling the gang lifestyle and allowing it to go unchecked and not holding accountable the individuals causing the violence in the neighborhoods. Those same partners, which she funds, which she relies on, were unceremoniously all pimping themselves out at a press conference. Ooh. Saying nobody said a word about gangs, but what they did say is that we need more money for the programs that we offer to help stop the violence. And clearly for more money to go to organizations that are working against the residents of the city of Chicago.
Alderman, how did y'all approve $37 million to go to one ward for violence prevention? $37 million? I don't think there's been a $37 million investment in anything black.
When these amendments to the budget or when these programs come before us, and I've asked the last time that these were proposed by the administration, what metrics are we using to ensure that everyone with their hand out was not still enabling gangbangers in the middle of the night? And oftentimes have intervened on behalf of gangbangers, particularly in the Latino community. When you see in other communities, like the black community, when you start doling out contracts to, say, Metropolitan Family Services, and now they're responsible for doling out to organizations to come into neighborhoods like, for example, West Englewood, contract out to organizations that have no connection to a community, build no bridges to a neighborhood, but get $300,000 to stop violence.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Yo, who said devotion had to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, I want. He's making me to lie down in green pastures. He leading me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. Please. Gethsemane, Gethsemane, the Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane, the Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane, the Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane, the Golgotha, Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. From glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha, Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Dear Lord, it's me again. God's gonna turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before. I believe that you can do it again. Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing we need, somebody else needs you for another. Please, son, look and have mercy. Have mercy over our home, Lord. Have mercy. Have mercy. God's gonna turn it around.
WIIFTBP.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Been trying to reach you all day. What's the deal? Keep it real, baby. You can't even pick up and call me. Matter of fact, at this point, I just feel that you're trying to play me for a fool. Baby, that ain't cool. No, that ain't cool. See, you've been running around like you've been single, looking for a good time so you can mingle. Got me out here looking stupid. You out here with your bow like a cupid, but I guess it's cool. Guess I was just another hit on your hit list, another good time that you wouldn't miss. But I blame myself for all these feelings that I felt. You were nothing but a savage, seeking no ways you could scavenge. This thing I thought was real turned out to be nothing more than a feel. It's petty love, petty love, petty love, petty love. That's what we got. That's what we got. Petty love, petty love, petty love, petty love, petty love. Yeah. Oh, now you're trying to reach me. Just the other day, you call yourself trying to treat. Now it's can talk, oh baby, can you see me? Cause you can't take what I'm doing. Is that cool? Now that ain't cool. But I blame myself for all these feelings that I felt. You were nothing but a savage, seeking no rose you could scavenge. This thing I thought was real turned out to be nothing more than a feel. It's petty love, petty love, petty love, petty love. Ooh. Petty love, petty love, petty love. That's what we got. Yeah. Why'd you have to hurt me, boy. I thought you were so deserving, boy. You took my love for granted, boy. I'll just take this as a lesson, boy. Petty love, petty love, petty love. That's what we got. Petty love, petty love, petty love. But I blame myself for all these feelings that I felt. You were nothing but a savage, seeking no rules you could scavenge. This thing I love was real, turned out to be nothing more than a feel. Petty love, petty love, petty love. That's what we got. Yeah. Petty love, petty love, petty love. What we got.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case, he was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago!
Hey, Ruthie, that's when you know you're in.
Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd. Todd, how you know when you in?
Gee, I am married.
Yeah, well, I mean, how did you know when you was in?
Like you said, when they start laughing at your jokes, and you know you're not that funny.
I'm a pretty funny guy. I'm a pretty funny guy. Ruthie, I noticed you were laughing a lot yesterday.
No, I wasn't.
You were. I'm trying to, y'all, look, I'm around here working, man. I'm working. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Shout out to Ruthie Moore as well as Sonia Escobar. Hey, y'all, it's been a great week. Don't forget, we got to tell me something good coming up at 8:30. I want to talk about the Bears yesterday. Shout out to Todd's sister, Yanni. I want to say let me back up. Yesterday, the Bears did something that I could not believe. They drafted a black quarterback. Now, I'm going to tell you the best response that I heard in response to this yesterday. So it was a bunch of texts going around. It was a bunch of just everything. I was live on air yesterday having a necessary conversation when I got this text from my friend, my boy Ahmad Islam. Now y'all know Ahmad Islam. He owns 1035. He is Tucson's cousin, and so not oftentimes, but every once in a while, we all are in a group chat and we share things. He sent a text yesterday that said, Bears took a black quarterback, right? That was the text. The curmudgeon, 2 responds, George Floyd really did change the world.
I guess so,
yeah. Score 2 for the curmudgeon, because that was probably one of the best answers that I have heard in response to this. But as I was celebrating the fact that the Bears drafted Justin Fields, and I'm not just happy that he is a black quarterback, but I was very happy that, he had a successful college career. He wasn't like Mitch Trubisky. This guy was 20-2, right? Transfer, he played at the University of Georgia. He was drafted out of the University of Georgia. He overheard a teammate using racial slurs regarding him during a game. So he immediately transferred to OSU, the Ohio State University, where he immediately started and went on to take Ohio State to the playoffs, 2 national championship games, of both of which he lost. Over the last few months, I think we saw the reemergence of the position racism that exists at the quarterback. We saw that Justin Fields, even though he's put up spectacular numbers, still getting tagged with but he's got issues. And then they found out that he had childhood epilepsy. And so then they started playing around with this draft rank. So yesterday the Bears made a move up from 20 with the New York Giants, where they traded away our next year's first round pick, as well as 2 picks at a later point, I think a 4th and a 5th round, to take Justin Fields at number 11. So as I was excited about this game, about picking up Justin Fields, I then had the second wave that came over me, which was concern. So I'm excited, but I'm also concerned about Justin Fields. And now part of my concern for Justin Fields is not that I don't think he's a good quarterback. I just am concerned that there is a curse on quarterbacks in Chicago. And it's one thing for a white quarterback to have a curse. It's another thing for a black quarterback to have a curse, particularly with the Grabowskis.
Did you say his child has epilepsy?
No, he had epilepsy. He had childhood epilepsy, but he overcame it.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you could do that.
They say you can grow out. I want to say they said you can grow out, but he had it, but he hasn't had. They say he's managing it, but he hasn't had it since he was a young child.
Great.
So now my question becomes: is Chicago ready for a black face of the franchise? And how do we protect him as he develops in a state like Illinois? He's from Georgia, so he's seen some racism.
Yeah.
But he ain't seen Chicago racism. Remember, Dr. King, most peaceful man in the world, came up here like, Lord, I done walked through dogs and I ain't seen nothing like Chicago. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think he's baked. I think it's baked in. I think racism is just, remember when I told you we have comfortable segregation here in Chicago? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if he has a day where he throws 3 picks. God forbid he does.
No, because people ain't going.
Would you want to be at the game?
People ain't going for that.
Have you been to a Bears game?
That was post George Floyd.
I'm just telling you, Ruthie, you got to go to a Bears game.
I mean, we are post George Floyd.
Yeah, but the Bears fans ain't post George Floyd.
Yeah, but think about them soccer fans that be throwing the bananas at the black players and all that. You know how like we hear so much pushback against that, and the black players ain't going for that stuff no more.
Actually, I would say that they were supported by all the players, the black soccer players.
Yeah, now they are. Before, I think it was just what cost of doing business.
Yeah, I think it was the cost of doing business.
But not no more.
You think?
I know.
So here's me. I don't think it's the people throwing bananas on the field. I think it's sitting in the stands. Right? So
it's gonna go viral. The first N words, the monkey chants, whatever the people in the stands want to do, it's gonna go viral.
I didn't think about that.
We living in a different world now, and they gonna lose their jobs. You know how this go. Like if that's how they want to roll, want to play with it, go ahead.
I do remember Vince Evans.
You about to lose your job. That's how we rocking.
You think so?
I know so.
I don't know, man. I've been in Chicago a long time, and I think if anybody is like, I think you might get that in California. I think if you in Chicago and you get caught being a racist, you get a promotion. I'm just saying. They be like, you standing up to this, see, because they done mixed us in with cancel culture. Right? They done mix racism and cancel culture together. So usually when the white folks are saying, get rid of cancel culture, they also like, man, they're suffering from fatigue.
I'm on Ruthie's side.
Yes.
Really?
Like
that's like really?
There was a time where you could say anything in the stands, and
now you can't.
Yeah, but I don't think you can do it anymore.
They said, it's just sports rivalries. No. That sounds like racism.
Right.
Do I smell racism?
I think the challenge is so do you think it'll have to be white people reporting people?
Listen, they already
right.
They already won't.
Because the Bears games, it'd be white.
Yeah, it's really
the
white.
NFL cannot afford anything racial. They already was on thin ice
with the Colin.
With everything. And then you see how they backtracked when they said, maybe these black people are serious. We don't want these players to stop playing. We need our Negroes. And so imagine if a black quarterback in Chicago is insulted in that way. Come on now. People are going to be up in arms. Cool. Even the white people too.
That's because they got to be like, I'm not a racist.
It's just
Is America a racist country though?
Is football a racist institution?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, what's a little racism with your Sunday afternoon?
Think about this. Think about that white lady and her husband. I don't even know if they was white. They was probably white something. And they was cursing out LeBron in the during one of the in the stands. I know you don't like LeBron.
I miss all the LeBron curse outs because
those types of things, like players are also pushing back against stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Now, that I like. I do like when they be like, what you say? Kick them out.
Mm-hmm.
Get them out of here. So, let me ask a question. What does he need to be successful? And will Black Chicago embrace him?
Get a black wife.
I was about to say. Now, Alice Brooks just said he has a black agent. So, that's a start.
That is a good start.
And he from Georgia. So, they hang people for that. Right? Now, he from and he ain't from Atlanta. So he might know the rules already. Right?
It's going to be a lot of jersey sales.
I'm going to get me a jersey. I might have to go get me a Justin Fields jersey, too.
They're going to be hot commodities.
You going to get you one? You can't. You got to get you a Mirror jersey. She gonna be like Robbins.
Here you go.
Robbins too. It's gonna be Robbins hers, right? Like it's gonna be like Ruthie, your name ain't hers. Don't mind my business. Let me do what I got to do. So is Justin Fields enough to make you watch football? Yeah.
I'll probably do like the little red zone highlights or something.
We still got that?
I don't. Yeah, on YouTube. It's YouTube now. You know,
okay.
People make YouTube careers out of doing that. Just the good plays. I ain't gonna like notice that I never when y'all be talking about football, I just be quiet because y'all know how I feel. So I'm not.
We gonna have football parties and
to break. I'm here to build.
First mansion.
I'm here to build.
We're going to have football parties at the First Mansion. You better cook some potato salad and fry some chicken one.
Listen, you know what that man on your show said. Y'all make time for football.
Man, I'm sitting up here like, so you know I'm going to have to go march. I got to go do some community. Yes, I need to say Eric Mobley. Yes, brother. New Era Chicago. Yes, you have shamed me. I will definitely put my time in because I got to watch Justin Fields. So if that is the motivation, and I realize that we have a lot of seriousness to deal with, but you know, some days it just be like,
I like watching black quarterbacks. To me, they're more entertaining.
I see it.
Is that stupid? Like,
no, it's not stupid. It's like they are more entertaining because they don't just stand there.
Yeah,
they're like, no. And then when you almost tackle them and they put a hand down and then they stand back
up. The white ones, they just be in the pocket just waiting, letting the black people protect them.
Yeah, right. Black man got to run for his life. It's symbolic. It's racial. Black quarterback got to run because the white defense and the white offense have collaborated to say, get them. Oh, my goodness. All right, but I think that Justin Fields being drafted by does this mean that racism is over at the Bears? I mean, no.
Does this mean black people, maybe we can tailgate?
We can. You just got to pay $50 to get in the parking lot.
But you don't got to have no game ticket though, right?
Wow, you got to pay $50?
It might be $75 to $100, bro.
Per car?
Yeah.
What if we all just get in the same car?
So you put all
How many
the stuff
people you going to get in that car?
No, what you do is like the white people, you know what they do?
What they do? Tell us the
They
secret.
buy a bus. They buy, like, you know, you can go buy your old school bus or like a old, and then they trick it out. And you can buy like an old school bus for like $1,500, $2,000. Then you put a grill in it and you turn it into a whole little thing. And then y'all park. There's the tailgate vehicle. And then after there's the tailgate vehicle that has all the food and drinks, then everybody else ride together if you can't get on the bus.
Oh.
It's genius, man.
Or
We should get us
an old ambulance.
Oh, ambulance too.
My friend has like a Bears tricked out.
Oh, he's got the old ambulance. Is he the one? Did he buy the one that was for sale? Because there's a couple of those. But I'm saying like you can go buy an old used vehicle. My thing is buy an old used vehicle that doesn't take a lot of maintenance. Then you can carve it up. You could do whatever. Like I would love to. If we had a tailgate vehicle, would y'all ride in it?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying I just want to be on a pull up.
I like riding in things that you don't got to wear seatbelts in.
I don't.
I mean, it's just different.
Ruthie, like, it's just like back in the day when we used to have to ride in the back of the pickup truck. And we'd be riding back there on the dirt road. Whoa. Do y'all, okay,
more like a party bus vibe.
Yeah,
I love party buses, party trolleys.
You know what? That we should do. We should do a trolley and just get wasted.
I'm with it.
Can we, you know what? Can you smoke on a trolley?
You could. Why not?
We're not driving.
And it's in the air, open air.
Y'all say that, then the white people, the police be like,
it'll just be a little ticket.
Just a little ticket.
We're fine.
Everybody chip in.
Just a little ticket.
We'll go to work
start to go for me. Low key, then you could be like officer.
Is there any lawyers out
Officer. You could be like officer. He'd be like, she did not comply. I shot her because she had a Ruthie. No.
I just played a race card.
There is you'll be a
you
racist.
Know America is a racist country.
No, not according to the head of the stormtroopers. You're a racist. Look at you. What's in it for the black people? I'm embarrassed. It's unbelievable. Okay, y'all. All right, so I am excited about Justin Fields becoming a Chicago Bear. I will be buying a jersey. For all of those, you can't drink on the party bus no more.
Dang.
No, that's fine. Because the party bus, I don't need a drink in party bus.
They don't know what's in your bag.
Wow.
You know, Ruthie is just. Can I tell you something?
I don't like unnecessary rules. And that is and I get, that people got out of control on the buses and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of
but
shootings.
come on now. What you gonna search my bag?
Yes.
That's why women carry purses.
They will search that bad boy too.
No, you're not searching my purse.
Always, that's how you end up dead. Comply.
But look, that's why I stopped going to a certain movie theater in a certain community, because you do not know. This is not. You ain't about to search my bag like.
But why I smell fried chicken though? Why your bag smell like fried chicken and it jingle when you sell like a gallon in that mug?
Dang, I was thinking of weapons. I was thinking like you're sneaking in food.
I'm pretty certain that they were more so searching for food.
Yeah,
versus
food.
Weapons.
Wow. Yeah.
They don't care about weapons. They
kill each other.
Funny. They move the blade to the side. Is these flaming hot?
Exactly.
You can't bring this in here.
I'm gonna tell y'all one of the best days in my adult life with my son was we were going to the movies and we was late. And I ain't going even front. I probably have deprived my son of some of the rougher edge things a little bit. And so you should have seen his face when I said we taking this chicken into the movie theater. And he looking like, where we gonna put it? And I start wrapping it up. And I stick the chicken wings, and they're literally hot in his pocket. And I got them wrapped up in this thing. And
How old was he?
He might have, what is he? He might have been like 13, 12, 13.
Okay. Oh,
And he is like, he was so scared the whole time, right? And I'm standing there, and the guy is like, how you doing? And he looking like, are we breaking the law? He think he going to jail for taking the chicken wings in. And then when we got into the place, because then I went and ordered a bucket of popcorn, and then we broke our joint out. I had the hot sauce and everything, and we hooked it up. And it was like, he was like, Dad, why couldn't we just buy the... It's like, cause son, you need to know how to sneak food into the...
You got to teach him how to be cool under pressure.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
Everybody should practice that.
Man, he was sweating, boy. It was like, you can see, and I was like, boy, if you don't get your hands up, because he's like,
act natural.
Act natural. Act natural as I encourage you to do something wrong.
Yeah, right.
Do it right. Just fix your face. You looking like, Dad, I know what. And the closer, it was funny because the closer we got to the check-in, right? And I had the mobile tickets, but even with the mobile tickets, dude fumbling around, and the longer dude fumbling around, you could just see him just be like,
oh my God.
And when we finally got to the seat, it was just like, he was just like, take this, you take it. You good, dog? You good?
Did he eat some of the chicken?
Hell yeah, he ate the chicken. It was like, this is the best thing you ever did, bring the chicken.
Hit you.
Man, but then it was funny because it was like we looked to the left and looked to the right and everybody had something. Right? It was like, they don't sell pizza here. Right? They're like, what you doing with a home of the hoagie in this mug?
Have y'all ever stretched the truth about y'all kids' ages to like get them in a place or something?
Yeah.
Yo, you see how short I am? I was 13 and so I was like 18.
I will tell you that so first of all, my mom, I remember when we was like young and we would go to like Great America or something, and they'd be like, and how old is the child? And she'd be like, he's 7. I am not. I'm 10 years old. Because you can't tell no kid in front of them, so you got to tell them up front. But because my son was short, I never shortchanged him on his age, because right? Because if I try to play, it was like they already thought he was small, younger than he was. I had to prove that he was his age, so I would always be like, "Nah, that's you." I'd be like, "You don't see how big this dude is?" He'd be like walking under everything, like he could walk underneath the turnstile, and it was like he's finally getting this. He like me, right? I was 4'10" my freshman year in high school. Think about that. I was not 5 feet. I was the littlest dude walking around the school. And so I understand that. And so, I try to always give him the big, I give him the big boy swag. He get his own seat. He get his own, right? It ain't never no share, nothing. It's like, and let me tell you, that little dude would get in the airline, on a bus, or a train, or airline, and get the man spread. I'd be like, he'd be like, he take the whole chair.
The man
but
spread.
he this big, and he take the whole chair. Like, he sit there, I'd be like, you got it right, dog. Like, all right, y'all. Look, when we come back, it's gonna be time for Tell Me Something Good Friday. And we're going to get up out of here. But you know what? The week is almost over. Well, it's not almost over because I got work to do tomorrow. But let's do this. Let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we will Tell Me Something Good Friday. It is the Maze Jackson Show with Maze and Sonia and Ruthie and Todd.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
Motivated by the days, the sandwiches of spam. Grilled cheese won't stop me from grilling those who are stealing the peace and safety of the community because they releasing death and destruction on the community. A community where the people look like me and them. A place where mama and them stay. Not too far from where their children stay. You right. I want a peaceful neighborhood, and I'm not moving to the suburbs to have a peaceful neighborhood. Do we really have to take this, acting like we don't recognize this, still cooperate with this? You know what? The hell with this. Ram me behind a mic that's shaped like a middle finger, pointing straight up with my middle finger to any poor politician, dealer, deaf, crooked cop, or lazy parent. It's apparent to create change, you have to have a work ethic that make it seem like you lost your brain, standing out like the Willis Tower. It's a brother that represents dedication, discipline, and dream reaching, accompanied by a voice called power. Who rhyming harder than a rebel with the pen? Representing the city of Point Guards is an extra large MC who rhymes always on point, always rhyming with a point behind the flow. One of my students said the rhyme so hard we should stop calling it flow. Let me tell you something else before I go. I was born to stand tall. I was born in Chicago.
That is Brother William Morris. Appreciate you, brother. Much love. Chicago, homegrown. Every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
do you believe that God's going to turn it around?
I got to.
Why?
Why? Because he's did it before.
Come on.
And he'll do it again.
Yes.
And you can do it again.
Yes. Come on here.
Come on, I better leave that alone.
Somebody calling you right now.
Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing, I better go. God's going to turn it around.
And I feel like we have to encourage the people because so many people are just truly depressed. They're going through the holiday blues, and we want you to know that you don't have to be discouraged. But you can, in fact, be encouraged because God's going to turn it around.
Turn it around.
It's me again. God's gonna turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before.
What about my love? Seems you have forgotten love. I do believe that something went wrong somewhere. What about my feelings? Do they mean anything at all? You got me so in love, I'm too blind to see. But you got my love, now you wanna your hands together. Put your hands together. Before you leave out the door, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Really wish you would change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Now that you got my love, you don't come around. Now that you got all my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Oh my! I had a conversation with her. This is how it went. Before you leave out the door, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Oh, Lord have mercy. 'Cause I need you and you need me. I know it can be happy. Just wait and see. Baby, won't you change your mind? I'll do better if you change your mind. Love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shaky. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Baby, won't you change your mind? Baby, won't you change your mind? Oh no, I've been hoping, baby. I've been praying, baby. Yes, I have. Baby, won't you change your mind? Oh no. I've been hoping, baby. Yeah. I've been praying down on my knees, praying that you change your mind. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'll do better if you change your mind.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Got Ruthie Mo. And Sonia Escobar. I'm sending that shout out to the soon-to-be newlyweds. I'm gonna need you to change your mind. Hey y'all, it is now time for Tell Me Something Good Friday. And I got a lot on my Tell Me Something Good Friday. So Todd, don't be trying to take stuff off my list. We gonna start with you, Ruthie Mo. It's Tell Me Something Good Friday. What you got good for?
Put some air in my bike tires, so I might go for a bike ride.
All right.
Ruthie, so where you got a pump on your bike?
No.
Where do you put the air in? At the gas station?
Oh no! I got a air pump.
Is it on your bike?
No, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, I gotta get two to come put me a whole bike game. Usually I got a bike over there.
I saw it.
Yeah, it got me a little tech. What is it? A Trek?
It's a Trek.
A
Maze,
Tech
a
Trek.
Trek.
Okay, so I got a little bike, but I don't know. I'm scared to ride it because I don't want to get embarrassed.
It's a very nice bike.
Well, you know what?
You got a helmet?
Helmet?
I ain't seen no helmet out there.
You gotta wear a helmet.
Hey man, I feel like you be looking like a lame when you got a helmet on.
Really?
No.
Do they got like a bat? Like
they make really cool ones.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do they protect your head? Because I always wonder
How
how does that.
Put the sticker.
But I was just thinking like, because every time I see a helmet, I don't understand how that thing protects your head anyway. Is it because you go over the front and it's supposed to be like that?
It protects your head. It's your face you got to worry about.
That's right.
No,
right.
really.
I'm gonna lose no teeth or nothing.
Or it's I think it's more so like the backwards.
Where are you riding?
I just
want. Take a
well,
pass.
you know what? It's not you. It's other people that you got to worry about.
Right, I get it. But the other people, what they gonna do? Hit me? They be crashing. Juan said a dude crashed into her on purpose.
Stand in path when you start. Stand in path.
Yeah, I'm not trying to ride on the streets because
what?
People walk out in front of you. All kind of things can happen.
Open car doors.
Oh my! Y'all live a little cheesy Pete.
Well, you don't make it to this age.
I'm nervous.
That's what
I'm
you
nervous.
always say,
I'm
Todd.
telling you, I'm nervous, man.
I used to ride my bike a lot.
I really want to ride the bike a lot, but I'm just nervous. I'm like, I don't want. And I want. The other day they had that bike ride. I can't remember what the name of them people was. Whatever it is.
Streets calling.
Streets calling. Lord, dog, that was off the chain. I was like, ooh, I wish I could do that, but they was going too fast and too far.
It be people in different stages of the pack.
Yeah, I know, but I be seeing them people that be at the end like, and I be like, I don't want to be him.
You got to start somewhere.
I know, that's why I got to do it by myself.
Oh,
So you got to practice.
Okay.
Right, I
okay.
don't like to do things where you can see me being weak at it, and then
See, you too famous.
no, I'm not famous at all.
You
It's just
you too famous.
No, not famous at all. I just think that when people see you not, when people see you perform weakly in something, then they might assume that you have an opportunity to be. There's an opportunity or a weakness. So I try not to let people see me until I'm fully prepared. That makes
Too
sense.
famous.
Okay, let's get a quad school.
Ruthie, what else you got?
That's it. That's enough.
You not like you not. It's
that's
we free
enough.
this weekend. You not gonna like.
Free? What you mean?
You know, it's a flower planting, or it's a flower planting operation in Robbins this weekend.
You know what? I am going to the Burbs for a surprise parking lot birthday pop up something.
I want to do a parking lot party.
A parking lot party.
Yep. Like, or just like block this street off and everybody bring a car, bring a
This
blunt.
is a big street, so it will work.
Yeah, I'm saying, and then everybody bring a like
It's a huge street,
and you have a party at your car, right? Like I want to do it where you set up and like your car is like your setup, and you can open up the doors and you can put your stuff in front, and then you can walk down.
Let me get the Lamborghini doors first, though.
Oh no, I want you. Oh well, and we probably need some power. But see, I want to put like a concert at the end of the block, put some basketball courts down, and it's like an all day
Basketball courts.
Yeah, like put
some
like
TVs.
some 1-on-1s. Like you could do like a Gus Macker. Remember Gus Macker?
Mm-hmm.
Like we need a basket, like the Gus Macker. Did you play in the Gus Macker?
Never even heard of that.
It's like it's not like it's a 3-on-3 tournament. They played all over the
world. The Gus
Oh.
Macker.
Nah.
I remember like you playing in the Gus Macker.
It's like the Rucker.
Sort of.
Okay, I heard of the Rucker.
No, it's not like the Rucker. The Rucker was for players, people like, really good and professionals. This is more for everybody.
Yeah, it was middling players, but the Gus Macker, but
Don't get me wrong.
they
there
had
probably
levels. There was levels.
Yeah.
It was levels to this joint. All right.
Did you ever play at the Bulls thing? That was fun.
No, Todd, I never played basketball. Remember
Oh,
me?
that's right.
I'm the side hoop guy.
Right.
Like I don't even. What you won't see me doing is playing basketball because I would be afraid to look like you did when you played my son.
Old?
Intimidating.
That's all right.
Lord.
That's all right with me. I don't mind looking old. I know I'm old.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm with it. I'm old. I just don't want to get a TV series where my kids be like, "Stop embarrassing me, Dad." It's like a whole show.
I don't mind that because, man, I paid for everything you got right to this point. So.
The financial flex.
Yeah, that's right.
Such a parental thing.
That's probably part of the problem in this world. We need some more parental things.
Such a parental thing.
Right, like
I brought you in this world, I'll take you out.
Oh, okay. Well, go. Hence, the little neen that's running around here taking people out.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, there is something to parenting.
Yes.
There is something to discipline. There is something to saying, no, you can't. And yes, you can. Now, I will tell you that I do think that there are a lot of times that parents say no just because they're saying no.
Flexing.
And I tried to not do that. Like, I remember when I was growing up, it was like, if you went out on Friday, you couldn't go out on Saturday. And I'd be like, why not? Because you went out yesterday. Stay your butt home sometime. I go to church 5 days a week. What do you mean stay my butt home sometime? You don't make me, I don't have to get that same option when it's church. Then that's when you learn to shut your mouth, because
you're right.
Now you are officially punched. Okay, Todd, tell me something good.
You can go out, but you just don't have to come back.
Dang!
Hey, if you can't live by my rules,
Dang, Daddy!
Live by your rules, wherever that's going to be.
Your kids ever ran away and then, or say they was going to run away?
Claire and Janine were having that discussion, and Claire said when she was young, she got out to the sidewalk.
Yeah, I think all kids got at least threaten your parents to see what they gonna do.
I think my mom was proactive. She was like, if you run away, you are more than welcome to stay. And I'd be like, dang, it's kind of tough out there.
Isn't it?
Like, it's like the racism outside or the crib at home. You know, so yeah, man, I think that you gotta put I think that parents, you have to put limits on. But we're gonna talk about this because you know what? My son wants his ears pierced.
Both of them?
Right.
That's what they doing nowadays.
Oh, the new Bears quarterback, I think he had something in his nose. I don't know if it's pierced.
The nose ring blows me. The nose ring looks like a booger. It just looks like a booger. Even if you got the closest to a nose ring that I would find acceptable is the little pin drop one. But even that one, if it's a stud, it look like you got a booger.
Oh my gosh.
It does. It does. And the other one, the bull ring, that's another one.
Oh, that's what he has. I'm sorry. He has the bull ring. Yeah. If I saw it right, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So it's like, and I was going to just say no because I was told no, but I mean, I feel like I don't know if so Ruthie probably like, I'm about to do the parental flex. You can get one. Like, you can't have both.
You know, you remember
You got
Ruthie,
to say something for growing up.
she's got that term, adultism.
Oh! Is that adultism? Am I adultisming my child by telling him you cannot have 2 ears pierced?
But if he could do one, then what's the harm in like one in the other one?
The harm is I just ain't ready.
It's like an aesthetic for you, like the way it looks?
It's a stretch for me, right? Like
Got it.
It's already tough for me to say yes to one, but I remember me at that age and like, why was the no? Like, and quite frankly, I got an ear pierced now and I don't, it's like it's gone. It's a phase. It's a part of your youth. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not, now what I will say is no tattoos, right? Like our agreement is no tattoos till you turn 18, right? And then I'll go with you. I can't tell you after 18, but I just at least need you to wait till 18 to do that.
Right.
Yeah. So
you a good compromising daddy.
Yeah, I feel like I want to give him some freedom, but I want to know you can't go all the way. There's some give and take. But I still gotta ask Carrie. Todd, tell me something good, man.
Janine and I will be going to Glorium tomorrow.
What's Glorium?
It's the
Glory
fundraiser for the scholarship fund for St. Ignatius.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, you better be walk in there with some swag tomorrow. You walk in there and be like, when you go in there, Todd, I want you to go in and I want you to go table to table and be like, we gotta get you some cards so you can be walking around like, I'm the village administrator. And Robbins, don't make me have to call you again.
Your job come with a badge or something?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Shoot. You better vote it
in. Do you want one?
You are right. That's what it comes down, huh?
So you're going to the thing. So you're going to see all the big willies because, like, St. Ignatius, how much is that fundraiser?
Oh, they make about $1 million.
How much you got to pay for your ticket? Did you have to sell a table?
Ticket-wise, I think there's $500 a
dang, time?
No, I'm a guest.
You need who your guest?
No fool.
Who your guest of? Is it a secret?
Janine?
No, it's not a secret. Not Claire. Hans's classmate. Well, he was a year behind him. His his
dad bought a wing.
His aunt.
His aunt
is a business partner with you know him, engineer Rashad.
Rashad.
Yeah.
Oh, you going with Rashad's table?
Yeah.
Dag Rashad. See how y'all? I'm just telling y'all be
it's
just
mostly Ignatius people.
No, I'm not tripping. I'm just giving you a hard time. Shout out to Rashad Roderick doing his thing as well. Todd, what else you doing? That's it. What y'all doing?
Forcing Hans to do more cleanup and spring cleaning, throwing stuff out.
I'm gonna tell you what you really need to do. You need to put him on the work crew and have him working on the highway crew and tell him if he don't want to be swapped, he better get a job. That is good stuff. All right, Todd Stroger. So I guess you're gonna leave it all up to me, and I'll happily take it. Tell me something good. Friday, necessary conversations twice this week. I will tell you that the conversation we had on Monday night, tremendous in regards to what do black men do, what is our role in the shooting, and when a 7-year-old gets shot. And then last night we had fingers or fist. Are we stronger together? Another necessary conversation. Myself, Mark Carter, Bomani Obadeli, Levon Stone, and Tyrone Muhammad. Don't forget May Day on Monday, 10:30 a.m., 60 East Van Buren. Everybody black, we're asking you to come. We're not protesting anything. We are demanding for the office of North American Descendants of Slavery, very similar to the office of New Americans. I will celebrate the treaty, the peace treaty that put my Chirac war to an end. Personally, it just feels it's a little bit lighter to not wake up and be like, man, I got to fight from the front and the back. And so if there's nothing that came out of yesterday or this that's happened this week is the fact that we've all agreed to at least ain't nobody getting married, ain't nobody, but again, agreeing to that there's a bigger enemy than each other. Mm-hmm. And so I think that was tremendous. And it took me a little bit to put my ego in my pocket, but I will stay humble and continue to push unity of all black people. We don't have to agree on everything, but those things that we do, we gotta work together on them. Another tell me something good. Todd Stroger. Yesterday we had the mayor of Robbins. Todd Stroger, we found the mayor of Robbins, a new village administrator with a tremendous amount of experience that we believe will be the ultimate tag team to make Robbins a new black mecca. And man, when we went west, and you had to, when they said, go west, young man, it was engines and animals and all type of stuff as the racist, as we did our racist march to the coast. No, but I do think that I'm excited about the fact that Todd and Mayor Bryant are teaming up to make things happen. Excited to be a part of that. Dang. I have one more thing I wanted to tell you. Sonia, what you got? Tell me something good, kid.
The last weekend of class. So guys, I don't know. I'm fumes.
We are glad that you are at your last weekend of class.
Yes.
That is going to be super great. I want to encourage everybody again, Monday, May Day, 10:30 a.m., 60 East Van Buren. Now, if you want to get you a $100 holla, you want to represent with your What's in It for the Black People shirt, I will have them available. We will have What's in It for the Black People signs down there as well. But we're asking everybody, give us an hour of your time. Come down, show up. This is not going to be the We Hate Everybody march. This is really about us getting equal resources to be able to supply to our community. Anything else? Anybody else? All hearts clear?
It's been a good week.
Where does that come from? Is that church? Okay.
That's what the pastor, when he closed, all hearts clear.
And that's supposed like, and all eyes closed, and then they do a prayer.
Then they got to do the doxology.
And then they ask for
praise some money. God from whom all blessings flow, right? Mm-hmm. Then you do the doxology.
What's a doxology?
praise God from whom all blessings flow.
I didn't know that's what that was called.
That's called the doxology. Yes. That's what happens when you go to church all the time. You have to learn these.
I only heard people singing that in a high pitched voice, so I never knew the words to it.
Yeah, and and then do you know Dr. Watts? You ever heard of Dr. Watts? Like when they go to church and they do devotions. I love the Lord. He heard my cry. You know that?
Yeah.
That's the Dr. Watts.
Is that what that's called?
That's called Dr. Watts, and they do that. That's like it is to get you. It's a combination of.
Are you saying Dr.
Dr. Watts
after a person?
Yeah, the Dr. Watts.
I didn't know that they named that something. I know hooping and.
I love the Lord. He heard my cry.
We just call that Black Church.
You said Guitar Watson?
No, that's the Catholic Church. And hey, guys, we're going to have a great time. We're going to have the guitar service. We get down. Bring it up. He heard my cry. Y'all know nothing about that? This is, y'all. It has been a great week. The Lord has blessed us tremendously. In the words of the late, great pastor, James Bass, God gonna bless you real good. So for Maze and Sonia and Ruthie and Todd, for the whole What's in It for the Black People Media family, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
What's in it for the black